The two-vehicle crash in the southbound lanes involving a passenger car and a commercial vehicle. 2 people were taken to an area hospital with injuries. One of the individuals later died. The Will County coroner identified the victim as 22-year-old Derek Hernandez of Elgin. All southbound lanes were closed at IL-53 until a little after 8 a.m. The ISP was investigating the crash. 3 loaded guns and narcotics were recovered when Aurora police pulled a sedan over for a traffic stop August 30th near Route 30 and Route 31 in Montgomery. Special Operations Group investigators conducted the stop at about 10:57 p.m. after seeing a 2022 Nissan Sentra make multiple traffic violations. The car was occupied by 5 people, including 2 teens and 2 documented gang members. While searching the car, police say officers located 3 loaded semi-automatic handguns, 1 in the backpack of a 17-year-old boy, a second in the waistband of a 16-year-old boy, and a third under the front driver's seat. Police say a 21-year-old man from Aurora was carrying a small bag of suspected cocaine, and a 19-year-old man, also an Aurora resident, had an active warrant out for his arrest. A Naperville man was charged with child pornography after a months-long investigation. 36-year-old Julian Zaborowski of the 1000 block of Heritage Drive was arrested on Friday. He faces 3 felony counts of dissemination of child pornography and 3 felony counts of possession of child pornography. Chrysler is recalling up to nearly 92,000 Jeep Grand Cherokee plug-in hybrid SUVs over a software error that could result in a loss of drive power. The recall applies to certain 2022 to 2026 models of the SUVs. The error can cause a vehicle to crash without prior warning due to an unexpected loss of propulsion, according to the recall report. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
I'm Nick Freeman, and here's what was happening in Elgin, our fair city, on September 9th, 1925. Leniency for Fane Seaforth, Marengo farmer, was shown in Judge Franklin's court in Chicago yesterday by Mrs. Belva Gartner, wealthy Chicago woman. Faye is alleged to have stolen diamond rings valued from $500 to $1,000. In the meantime, search will be made for Billy Ryan, who accompanied Miss Seafort when she is alleged to have taken the rings, and Jean Ross, by whom Mrs. Gartner's wedding ring was pawned for $250. Warrants were issued yesterday for the arrest of the pair. I don't want revenge, just my rings, stated Mrs. Gartner, who only a
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. This afternoon, partly sunny with a high near 75. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 56. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high near 78, and temperatures falling to around 76 in the afternoon. Tomorrow night, mostly clear with a low around 58. Currently, it is 72 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Your home equity could vanish almost overnight, stolen by scammers who forge a deed and transfer it out of your name. The FBI calls it house stealing, and the worst part is you may not know it until it's too late. Find out if you're already a victim now at HomeTitleLock.com. Use promo code RADIO for a 30-day free trial, a title scan, and access to a title specialist, a $250 value. Go to HomeTitleLock.com now. Promo code RADIO.
Welcome to WRMN, your trusted voice in the Fox River Valley for over 75 years. We bring you fact-based news, good faith discussions, and entertainment that brings people together. From national headlines to local stories, WRMN is your home for thoughtful dialogue and community engagement. No matter the time of day, where you're listening from, or who you are always welcome here. Thanks for making us a part of your day. This is the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talk Time with Tammy and Friends here on WRMN AM 1410. As you can tell, I'm not Tammy. I'm filling in for the meantime.
Oh, hi.
I'm filling in for the meantime. Well, she got kicked out of her computer. So she's going to log in pretty soon. Pretty soon she will.
Okay.
It
sounds good.
Yeah.
You hope so.
I hope so. How's everybody doing today?
I'm doing good. Doing well.
That's good. Yeah, nice and sunny here in Elgin. It's getting up into the 70s. We're supposed to get up into the 80s. I see Tammy's now admitted into the conversation here. We'll see. There she is.
She's been allowed. There
Hello.
she is.
Hi. Goodness. Well, good afternoon, everybody. My computer totally locked me out of my own computer.
Wow.
Well,
How'd you get back in?
I had to No, I had to reset my password. It made me wait and then wait again and then wait another 15. Then I tried the wrong password. I don't remember.
That's bad.
Yeah, I know. It's like, which computer am I on? What password is it? I don't know. It's one of those days. Anyway, hello everyone.
Hello.
Hello. What's happening?
Too much?
Yeah, no,
Nothing.
not much.
Nothing's happening.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, you guys are going to be really disappointed. I left my jokes inside. I'm sitting outside.
Gosh, I am so sad.
I know.
I'm so sad to hear that.
I know. The joke thing will make you sad. I'll get them, though, at the next break, and you'll get to hear them, because I know
I'm just so sad,
it's very important to you. Nancy, you seem to be in a crater today.
I am. I'm on
A
Mars.
large crater.
I'm on Mars.
Oh, well, Elon Musk is jelly. He's been trying to get to Mars.
Yeah,
Is that really Mars?
It looks like I beat him.
It looks like the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, it probably is. I don't really know. I just clicked on something.
I thought you were telling the truth. There you go.
Yeah,
Nancy was telling the truth. Is that what you thought?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you're silly.
You're so silly.
I am silly.
Hey, did any
You
of you
are.
guys win the Powerball?
I wouldn't
can't
be here if I did.
I cannot disclose.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Very good, Nance. There's
So
no way.
some states
it was
you.
bought in Texas, you know.
Oh, it
One
was.
of them was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not your. You didn't
Oh.
buy it though, did you, Nance? Did you guys have one?
I'm not telling.
Oh, that's a hard
I'm
no.
gonna bet no.
That's a
Okay.
hard no.
That is a hard no.
Probably
Let's
right.
see.
No, I didn't. I cannot
Okay.
lie.
The last from September 8th, we got a winner. Last Powerball numbers 26, 28, 41, 53, 64, and the Powerball is 9. It's played in 45 states. Let's see. Who didn't 2 win from Texas?
Yeah, one in
And one
my younger
Missouri.
brother's hometown,
Missouri.
Fredericksburg.
Wow.
Really?
Yep.
What are the odds of that? 2 in the same state? Jeez.
Wait, they weren't
No,
both
I
in-
thought one was Missouri, one was Texas.
Oh, I don't know.
One
Yes,
was Missouri,
that's
one
correct.
was Texas.
One
yeah.
was Missouri, one because I thought perhaps your brother won. Don't you have brother in Missouri still, Nance?
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh.
Well, he hasn't disclosed either.
Yeah, right. So you
Do
guys
we
are
know
just-
what town? What town was it in Missouri?
Yeah, they'll tell you. Hold on. Let me see here if I can find it.
Let's
They
find
tell
that
you.
out.
They tell you a college student just win 1.8 billion from the Texas lottery.
Oh
Oops.
my gosh.
Oh, that is so interesting. That's my my
Oh,
half brother lives in
gosh.
Fredericksburg, and he's a college
Is he
student.
a college student?
Yes.
Well, he probably knows the
Oh,
guy.
man.
So he
Matthew.
probably, I'm gonna have to ask. He probably
Or
won't say
girl.
anything.
Oh, Matthew. Matt
Yeah.
might be quitting soon too. Hold on now.
No, you all love what you do. You're not going to quit.
Texas
way.
student, listen to this. Texas student rumored to win Powerball, but was it 1.8 billion? Let's see what he won. The state of Texas practically was turned on its head last week after nearly 3 months of no winners on the Powerball drawing when it hit its third largest jackpot amount in history. Folks raced to convenience stores in a chance for newfound wealth. And on Saturday, September 6th, not 1, but 2 people's lives changed. One of these lucky players hailed from Missouri, while the other purchased their ticket here in San Antonio area.
Oh.
Here in the Lone Star State, the winning card was purchased at Biggs Convenience Store, located at 103 111th05 East U.S. Highway 290 in Fredericksburg,
Does
Texas.
that ring a bell, Matt?
I don't know if he was there at
The gas
time.
station or the
Was he going to the
grocery
gas
store?
station? I
Well,
don't
it was
know.
at San Antonio though.
Well, it's Fredericksburg is where it was purchased.
Yeah, I don't.
Isn't that where he lives? Yeah.
Yeah, he lives there. Yeah.
Come
I
on,
don't
don't dash my hopes. I'm saying the kid won. Let's go.
know. have
Let's
to ask.
see. Rumors have been swirling that the customer who snagged the ticket to a new lifestyle just an hour away from the Alamo City is none other than a University of Texas at Austin student.
Nope.
An Instagram
Not
post
him.
from the
My God,
official.
that's
affiliate-
just wrong.
No, does that
That's just wrong.
does that knock you out, Matt?
Yep, it knocks me out.
yeah,
it's
You're
not
coming to
him.
work tomorrow.
Not him.
Great.
Gosh.
All right. Media, let's see. Let me see here. An Instagram post from the official affiliate of media company Barstool Sports voiced the claim in a Sunday, September 8th, and included a screenshot of an iPhone with 5 of the winning figures on display.
Why wouldn't it be the ticket?
Well, that's what I meant. The numbers, figures by numbers. I meant
Yeah,
figures.
but when it, okay.
Well, I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know who got it. And if it's a college kid showing it off, you're an idiot, man.
Yeah, but
Well,
think about it. They're
therein
college
it lies
kids.
itself,
Oh,
right?
can you imagine if one of us won that in college? Oh, my
we
goodness.
tell everyone.
Oh, lawyers. What do I need a lawyer for?
Yeah, we yeah. Scott, that's the first thing he said. I definitely get a
Yes,
lawyer.
you have to get a
Oh,
That's the
lawyer.
first thing he said.
Sure, for sure. Now there were more of them sold. They had more Powerball tickets sold that like million. I want to say there was 19 tickets sold for $1 million each in all different states. But I didn't get one. I don't know if I got one of those because my ticket's back in Chicago. I haven't checked it yet. Perhaps I'm a winner. I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll have to see. Oh well, it was fun. It was fun to do it while
What's
we
it
could.
back to now?
I don't know.
A lowly 5 million.
Is
I don't
that
know.
all?
No, I don't know. I just made it up.
Oh, that's not enough. I need more. Let's see. What is the Powerball today is at? Please hold. Oh, I'm rejecting all those cookies. 33 million.
Wow.
What is that the Powerball? Yeah.
33?
Yeah,
Already?
it's
Already? Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It just
Let's
shows
see.
you what people can do with their money if they want to.
Sure, you can jack it up.
I mean, put it
That's
in a
so funny.
Powerball. Don't put it in research or children's, food for children.
Well, so
Come up with $1
originally,
billion.
all of this lottery stuff was brought around to raise money to do good, like you're talking, Nancy.
That's
Illinois,
right.
I know.
Illinois, it's supposed to go towards education. I don't think
Yep.
it did a day of that. I don't know. So was the toll roads too, right?
Yeah, the toll
There's
and,
yeah.
and I-90's been a mess for 20 to 30 years. So
What has been, yeah.
I-90.
It says the estimated
Horrible.
jackpot is 33 million and the cash value is 15.5 million. I could do that.
That's just peanuts.
I could do that. I could find something to do with
What
that.
would you do with peanuts?
Peanuts?
I-94, sorry.
I was like, I-90's not so bad, but they are working at it
I-94.
in the city.
It's a consistent, it never ends.
It
does.
doesn't.
I
It
know.
never ends.
You
Yeah.
know, Chicago, we have
The one to
what?
Michigan. What's that? I-94?
That's 90,
Yes, that's so
94.
bad.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the
It's
bad one.
all of Indiana's under construction to get to Michigan. The beginning of Michigan's all under construction. Yeah.
That is the one thing that Missouri had the best. Texas is terrible here. Our signage is horrible. The most accidents on our expressways in the U.S. on 35. The most deadly here in Texas. Yes, but in Missouri, they had incentives to finish road work. So I'm telling you what, if there was a stretch of road that was they were done. They were working at night. They were working hard on it, and they were done because Missouri gave incentives to complete earlier than
that
the
makes sense.
designated
I mean,
time.
that's just too
And it
common
worked.
sense.
It
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah, that just makes
So-
too much sense.
Yeah, right.
I know.
We couldn't
So don't
possibly
copy
do
that model. Don't copy
No,
that model.
Chicago's got what? What do they say? Winter, summer, spring, fall, and construction. It's like a whole nother season.
Yeah.
It's
That's all
Brian
they
calls
do.
it a work program. It's just a consistent, because you always see them out. And it's always
It's
broken
just
out.
constant. It's constant
Yeah.
everywhere you go. Hey,
I
so
got a bloody, Becky.
Yeah, I bet you do. Bloody
Uh-huh.
what?
It's
Look at that.
She
You
doesn't
actually
have
do
no
have
vodka.
an olive in there.
You have an olive in there? That does look like a bloody. People
You're
are gonna think
what is
you're
it?
actually drinking.
What do they call it when it's not a real drink? What is it called?
A mocktail.
A mocktail. That's what
It's
you're
a
doing.
mocktail.
She
just
is
so
a
you know.
mocktail. Yes, she
I'm
is.
a mocktail.
Well, what
She
did you
has-
put in your
Wait,
mocktail?
She has a mocktail.
I put a whole lime, squeezed a whole lime in V8 juice. So it's very
Oh.
healthy.
Did you put a
I'm
little
getting my
spice in
vegetables.
there?
I didn't, but I could. I didn't.
Well, you
coulda.
could. If
I
you,
could have. I wanted to.
you're not a big spice
haven't
girl,
thought
are you?
about
You're not a spice girl, are you?
I'm a spice girl.
Which one?
I'm sassy spice.
Well,
It's
oh
a new
yeah,
one.
I'll say.
It's a new one. I'm sassy.
I'm
nutty
sugar.
spike.
I'm
nutty
sugar.
Spike.
Isn't there a sugar spice?
Yeah, it's sickeningly sweet, Beck.
Is there a
that
sugar
you?
spice?
No,
I
there
really
there
don't
is
know.
a sugar. Yeah, I think there is a sugar.
There's a baby spice. You could be
right.
baby spice.
I was
Tammy, you're
told I
baby
look
spice.
like baby.
You're baby spice.
I was told a long time ago I look like Baby Spice. I still don't know who
Well,
she is.
There you go.
She's a blonde, so therefore you
Well,
look like her.
well, we got that much in common. There it goes.
So therefore, you must like her.
Hey, do you guys know any okay, so I know you know some Gen Z's, right?
Of course,
Which
I
one
think
is that? Which
yeah.
one is that?
Did you
How
birth
old are
yourself any of those? I don't think so.
Yes,
You
that's
did.
my-
Becky did. Becky
Yeah.
birthed herself one. Matthew did. Matt reluctantly admits he's in
Isn't
on
it
this.
strange the way she talks sometimes?
Yes, it
It's
is.
so
It
weird.
is strange.
It's so
And sometimes it creeps into my own conversation. I find myself saying Tammyisms,
Oh
and
man.
I'm calling my husband Mr. French. Why would
Oh.
I do that? Why would I do that? I know
Yeah,
why.
he's been Mr. French for 45 years.
But you've
yeah.
been
Well,
calling
from
him
you.
Mr. French too a long time. Does he call you Miss French?
That's what
or
I'm
Mrs.
saying. I got
French?
that from Tammy, and I
He
just say, I don't
never
know. I
calls
can't-
you Mrs. French, does he?
No,
She
no one
probably
calls
wouldn't
me.
like that.
No
No.
one calls me Mrs. French.
No, she loves it when people call her ma'am, though. It makes her happy.
Doesn't it make it sound? Doesn't it
Yeah.
make you feel good when we pretend you're not there, Nancy? She,
Yeah.
her.
She, we're talking about her in the third person.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to tell you about Gen Zs for a minute.
How old
there's
are
a
they?
Gen
Tam?
Z. Hold
were they
on.
born?
I
When were
have
they
a
born?
chart. Please hold.
Okay, because we need a chart every day that we
You know
talk about
what?
this.
Yeah.
I had a dude, a friend of mine, send me a chart because he was as
Good
confused as I
idea.
was, and his kids gave him a chart. So
Oh, that's funny.
I know. What are you gonna do? Let's see. So this was from Johnny. Hold on, Mr. John. Let's see. It is Matt. What is Matt listening? Matt, are you there? What
Matt
is
would
the
Yes, I'm still
know.
here.
what is the Gen Z age cutoff? Do you know that?
Let me take a look. See here. I've got a
Yeah.
chart that
Well,
looks
he
like.
looks. Yeah, I didn't send you my chart. I can't find my chart right now. I'm a hot mess today.
Yeah, I don't like
Let,
to say that
It
I'm.
looks like a
what
nice
is
day
it?
out, Tam.
It's beautiful. Though
So
not humid, and it's like 82. It's gonna get
Beautiful.
nasty down here this week. What you got, Matt?
Ooh.
the charts kind of vary a little bit sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Let me get you this one, the Greg Jones chart. You can. Let's
Well,
see if
I
can find
think it's the youngest generation, isn't it? There's one below that now, but there's
I can't.
I don't know.
Here we go.
Anyway, there's
can't
a
see
new
that.
thing that they're doing. Matt will look up the age, but it's called the Great Lock-in. Have you heard of this?
Nope.
No.
Any of you? Any of you? No?
No.
It's a viral trend that reframes back to school season as a months long grind to refocus, reset, and commit to personal goals ahead of 2026. So, what they do starting September 1, I can read this to you, but I'm going to summarize. September 1, they take a look at the resolutions that they made on January 1, and they're saying if I haven't made progress on those, or maybe I want to redo those, they set new goals, and they're going to achieve them by the end of the year. So it's
I
almost
like
like
it.
I know, it's almost like a new beginning to your resolution. That it's
Very cool.
mid-August, social media started buzzing with posts about the Great Lock-in. As the name suggests, it's built around the Gen Z slang for fully committed or hyper-focusing on task, goal, or activity. From now until the end of the year, the idea is to lock in and get your life in order and your goals checked off before 2026 begins. So they
I
try
like
and
it.
take stock of what they have to do, and then buckle down and get it done between
I
here and
wonder
there.
how long most of them do it for.
Yeah,
is
well,
it like a New Year's
yeah, it's a nice
resolution that
idea.
it's like a week or
But
so?
it's
I don't know.
yeah. I mean,
It's a good idea.
Yeah, it is a good idea. It is.
It
You're right,
is.
though. Who knows, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
I haven't heard that.
yeah,
But
that's
I see. I have a daughter that is on the cusp of being a
wait,
Gen
Matt,
Zer, and then Delaney is one.
Matt, you put that
So
chart up, but I
so
couldn't
is
read it. What is
Alice.
it?
So is Taylor.
What are they? What?
So-
I
See?
can't read that. Let me see. Hold on.
1995 to
That's so little.
2014 are Gen Z.
Yeah, that's Gen Z.
Oh.
95. So okay, so Taylor's on the cusp of that. What's the
So
one?
is Alice and
Yeah.
95 to 14.
Yep.
Okay. All righty.
Jen,
Well, there
what are we
go.
talking about again?
Gen
Gen
Z.
Z.
No, Gen Z, yeah.
Right. That's what they're doing now.
Boy,
They're doing-
my daughter claims to be a millennial, and she does not want to be anything.
Well,
else.
see, nobody wants to be what they are, right?
I
Uh-huh.
know.
Hey,
Well, I think she is a millennial, but just by like a year, I guess.
right. I mean, we're baby boomers, but I'm at the end of the.
So
I
am
don't know
I.
what
Me
else it might be.
too. Me
Uh-huh.
too.
Hey, you
I
know
don't
what
wanna
else
be a
is
baby
back, you
boomer.
guys? You know what
What?
else is back?
What?
Landlines.
I
Yes,
heard
I've
that.
heard that.
Of course, we
Landline
just got
phones
rid of ours, so
are
that's
back,
funny.
but you don't need them. Let me tell you why. Here's the problem. Here's what's happening. How do
Okay.
What's
I don't know how to
happening,
make this
Tammy?
big. I'm trying to make this big. I don't know. You guys are little teeny
Oh,
squares on my screen.
that's
That's okay.
okay.
So here's what's happening. The reason why people are installing landlines again, and it makes sense once I tell you the situation. And again, I'm not reading the article. I'm going to paraphrase this. That tweeners, let's call them, kids that aren't teenagers yet and don't have a cell phone, want to talk to their friends, and parents don't want to give them cell phones. So these parents are getting landlines so that they can call their friends, and then and then other friends are getting landlines so they have somebody to call. So now landlords are coming back to for the younger generation because the parents don't want them having cell phones that early, which is great. They have to learn how to say hello and talk to other people, and it's
So we're making a complete 360.
Yeah, we are.
It's well only, but it's only
But
for
only
the kids. Only for the little kids. All the parents and everybody else are keeping their cell phones. In fact, the new iPhone 17 is coming out tomorrow.
I heard that.
Which I plan on picking one up. My
Why?
phone is
Why, Tam?
my battery is so bad. My battery is pathetic. This is old. I think I have a 12 or maybe something like that.
What do
I have an
a
11. I need
have
a new phone
14.
too.
Yeah,
You
well,
know, it's sad, isn't it? They make those batteries. We talked about
but
that.
mine
They
still
make them
works, so-
obsolete. Well, good for
mine,
you, Becky.
mine still works, but the battery is
right.
very
You have
tough.
to keep right. That's
It's
right.
very tough. And the new battery's supposed to be better. They're coming out with 2 of them tomorrow, the 17. And one of them is thin. They're calling it the Air. It has less of a battery, but is lighter. I don't care about light. That is nothing to do with what I need. I want the other one that has
Give her power. She wants power.
I want power and batteries. Like I don't want it to die all the time. It's kind of, you can't do a lot with a dead phone, right? So, hey, did you girls watch that pathetic Bears game?
I watched the beginning and I'm like, oh, they're doing okay.
My God,
and then,
I fell asleep. Yeah, it was so
not so
Hey,
good.
can I throw something out there about the cell phones though?
Oh yeah, what do you got?
Americans throw out an estimated 416,000 iPhones every day.
Throw them out?
116,000
I've never
iPhones are
thrown out
thrown
an
out.
I've never thrown one out either.
But what do you do with it?
I trade them in.
Yeah, but they throw them out probably.
No,
if they get thrown out.
They're supposed to recycle those. That's what they tell me.
Don't they refurbish them or?
That's what they told me.
Well, Nancy, what should we do with them?
Give them to Nancy.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Nancy. Here's her address.
No, you can't really. You cannot. We just throw. My point is, we just throw a lot of trash out. That's my point. My point is, we're a trashy society.
We're trashy. We're very trashy.
We don't think about it, right? We don't think about it when we make something that, oh gosh, in the future, what will this do or become? And then they make the batteries obsolete so that you can't replace your battery and keep your phone. No.
See, I do that in a heartbeat. My phone is perfectly fine, and I have plenty of memory. It's fine.
We all would, Tam.
It's just the battery, and you can't get to it.
What happens, and the earbuds are the worst. I guess they say that they purposely have made them so that the battery's gone. You can not replace the battery.
Oh, is that right? And I've had no problems with my earbuds, but I never use them that often. I mean, I really
depends on how much you use them.
I just got those Bose ear cuffs because the earbuds from Apple, they always fall out of my ear. It's so annoying.
Same. I got the cheapo thing that fits over your hooks by your ear. It's greatness.
Oh.
Like $30.
Really? They always hurt. They're too big for my ears. Even at the littlest thingy on them, they hurt.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the ones that go over your ears. Or
the
ones that go in will fall out because they're too big and they just don't stay in.
They hurt. Yeah, they hurt.
And they hurt too.
Yeah, they're painful.
Yeah, they do hurt.
We don't like that. All right, so the Bears game was pathetic. I watched the first half. I fell asleep during the third quarter. No, the beginning of the fourth quarter where they were still ahead.
Yes.
And then they managed to lose, the idiots. I don't know. I woke up, I had to rewind it. I was like, are you kidding me? Did they lose?
But let's say on a positive note, it was only by 3 points. Or wasn't it 3 or 4 points?
Whatever. I'm so annoyed. I'm just annoyed.
I asked Scott if he thought, or the general consensus was coaching or talent. And he didn't know.
Well,
he didn't know.
I think coaching made a big difference. I mean, they have a new head coach.
They look better. They look better. Except they kept jumping, when it was whatever.
Well, yeah.
I don't know enough about football.
Penalties, but they looked really good the first half. I mean, I thought they looked better than they have in a while, and then all of a sudden he couldn't.
I'd rather watch football though. Yeah.
We'd rather watch football
than basketball or baseball.
I'm a basketball. I'd rather watch basketball.
Really? I think it's boring.
Soccer.
No, not soccer.
Oh my God! How about hockey? You
like
hockey?
I like hockey.
I like hockey when my team is winning.
Well,
I like hockey.
That doesn't happen real often with your team. You know that.
I know.
Maybe this year. Maybe next year.
Right.
Who knows?
Maybe this year. You never know.
Next year might be the year. I don't know. Are you guys watching Paradise on Hulu?
I've already watched it.
I know. How about you, Rebecca?
What is that again?
Paradise. On Hulu, Paradise. Have you watched
You know, the
it?
one we talked about watching, Becky?
Yeah, that we're supposed to be watching as a group. You remember, Becky. What is that?
Becky,
Paradise.
did say that you didn't do your homework?
I know.
She did not do her
Paradise,
homework.
What's it about?
You are
Oh,
so
good
grounded.
Lord.
All right, we've got about
Lord,
10
you are
seconds.
so
We're going to
grounded, yeah.
skedaddle. We'll be back after these
All right, well,
messages. Don't go away. And
you'll
Becky
tell me.
is grounded. Okay.
I'm ground. I don't mind
Becky.
being grounded. Ground me.
Ground me. See it. Do it.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by VaxAssist.com. 3 loaded guns and narcotics were recovered when Aurora police pulled a sedan over for a traffic stop August 30th near Route 30 and Route 31 in Montgomery. Special Operations Group investigators conducted the stop at about 10:57 p.m. after seeing a 2022 Nissan Sentra make multiple traffic violations. The car was occupied by 5 people, including 2 teens and 2 documented gang members. While searching the car, police say officers located 3 loaded semi-automatic handguns, 1 in the backpack of a 17-year-old boy, a second in the waistband of a 16-year-old boy, and a third under the front driver's seat. Police say a 21-year-old man from Aurora was carrying a small bag of suspected cocaine, and a 19-year-old man, also an Aurora resident, had an active warrant out for his arrest. A Naperville man was charged with child pornography after a months-long investigation. 36-year-old Julian Zaborowski of the 1000 block of Heritage Drive was arrested on Friday. He faces 3 felony counts of dissemination of child pornography and 3 felony counts of possession of child pornography. Chrysler is recalling up to nearly 92,000 Jeep Grand Cherokee plug-in hybrid SUVs over a software error that could result in a loss of drive power. The recall applies to certain 2022 to 2026 models of the SUVs. The error can cause a vehicle to crash without prior warning due to an unexpected loss of propulsion, according to the recall report. A crash on I-55 in Will County early Sunday morning left 1 man dead and another person injured. The crash happened just before 3 a.m. on I-55 near Weber Road in Romeoville, according to Illinois State Police. Fox 32 reports troopers found the 2-vehicle crash in the southbound lanes involving a passenger car and a commercial vehicle. 2 people were taken to an area hospital with injuries. One of the individuals later died. The Will County coroner identified the victim as 22-year-old Derek Hernandez of Elgin. All southbound lanes were closed at IL-53 until a little after 8 a.m. The ISP was investigating the crash. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money, because you're in charge. Today, you're going to pay down your credit card bill. But you decide when you'll pay it. Before the due date, so those interest charges don't get you. But you decide if you pay it in full. But you definitely should, because again, interest charges. With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline. So I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
At Britain's Touchless Car Wash, they know life gets busy. That's why they're here 24/7 to keep your car looking spotless, fast, and easy. Their advanced brush-free wash technology delivers a sparkling clean without a single scratch, because they treat your car like it's their own. Here's the best part. Right now, you can get a free car wash just for joining their text club. It's simple. Just text BRITT to 30400, and your first wash is on them. Britain's Touchless Car Wash has 2 convenient locations, 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin and 555 Willow in West Dundee. They're proud to keep your car clean while giving back to our community. Text BRITT to 30400. That's BRITT to 30400. Now for your free car wash, and see why Britain's Touchless Car Wash is the fast, gentle, and reliable choice.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. This afternoon, mostly sunny with a high near 75. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 56. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 79. Temperatures falling to around 76 in the afternoon. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy with a low around 58. Currently, it is 73 with clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Talk Time with Tammy and Friends here on, oops, I got my glasses on, Fox Valley Afternoon. Welcome in, everybody. It is, let's see, 2:36. On a terrific, is it terrific? I think it's a terrific Tuesday so far. You having a terrific Tuesday, kids?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Hey,
sure.
shout out to my friend Lucy. It's her birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Lucy.
Happy birthday, Lucy.
Let's see, it's 74 degrees in Elgin. Sounds like you guys are having a fabulous day up in that part of the world. Nice. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
A little cloudy, but not so bad, not hot. It looks beautiful. And Becky, of course, looks like her garden is blooming like crazy.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like usual.
Yes, just like Nancy's
I love
garden.
the color of your gate, too, behind you. It's very nice.
Oh,
Did you
thank
just
you.
paint that recently?
Oh, probably about a year ago when I first started using it as my background.
Oh, okay.
Nancy looks like she's in her garden as well.
Yeah, I am in my garden. This is the kind of garden I like to keep.
Right, garden called
low
Mars.
maintenance and
Mars, yeah.
and
Planet
I like to not use a lot of water, so that's
so that
helpful
works.
that way.
You are conserving energy.
Conserving water.
That's right. Atta
For
girl.
the aquifers, yeah.
Atta girl. Planet first. All right.
Oh, yeah,
so Matthew's got a little News Nation for us. I think he's been looking around. Let's see what. And I have not been listening to the news at all, so almost anything will be a surprise for me today.
Oh, okay.
I haven't either today.
I haven't for all week. When I come down here, I just don't listen. To the news.
That's not bad.
I'm okay with it. What you got, Matt?
Yes. Security on public transit in Charlotte has been increased after Ukrainian refugee Ivina Sarutska was stabbed to death on a train there. News Nation's Savannah Rudisell has more.
What are some of the security upgrades that Charlotte residents can expect to see today? We're likely going to see more Charlotte-Mecklenburg police officers as well as more transit authorities as well that will be on trains as well as on the platforms. And one of the most recent security measures that they've been trying to increase is checking people's tickets and looking at fare enforcement. They believe that the suspect in this case, Carlos Brown, did not pay for his ride. And so they want to heavily emphasize who is and who is not allowed to be on public transit.
Brown is said to have mental health issues, a violent history, and a criminal record. The crime was caught on video.
Yeah, did you see it? Did you guys see it?
I didn't.
It's pretty hard.
Horrific.
Yeah, it's
horrible.
horrific. And this poor little girl, she's 23. I did not realize she was a refugee from Ukraine. I mean,
yeah.
The girl that was killed?
Yes, the poor little 23-year-old girl just sat down on the bus, started looking at her phone, and he stood up behind her and got her. For what reason? Because
he's mentally, he had been
he's
arrested 14 times.
Yeah, I thought it was 16. Whatever, way too much. And
his mother said he doesn't belong on the street. Said he's a schizophrenic.
Okay, so why should we not?
Oh,
listen
so
to
he's
Mama?
schizophrenic.
Yes. Should we listen to Mom? And
14, 16. What did you say? 16?
16. I thought he had 16 prior arrests, but
it's a mess. That's a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
that is a
but
mess.
you know, checking a person's ticket, well,
That's not going to
that's not
prevent
going to do
that. You can buy a
anything.
ticket. What is that?
That's like rearranging the chairs on the Titanic. Like it's
I
worse.
think,
Like
yeah,
what is
that
the
doesn't.
point?
That's
Yes.
just trying to appease a certain amount of people, but the
Right.
problem remains.
It's
right?
stupid. I can pay your ticket and still carry a gun and shoot you. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
That's
that's
right.
just that's
And
just
the sad thing is, you know, right now, there is no place for mentally ill people to go. There's just there are no
What happened
institutions
to
we used
them
to
all?
call them. They were deregulated
in
during
the
the Reagan
80s.
years. In
During
the 80s.
the Reagan years, that's
Yes,
right.
they
And
were,
you know
they
what
were
he did with all the
deregulated.
people when they deregulated them?
They
Put them on
they're on the
buses.
street. They're
They
on the
put them on
street.
buses
Yeah.
and they drove them down
Wow.
to in front of
Yes.
my sister-in-law's
Yes.
house, and they
Yeah.
opened the door up on like Broadway. They opened the door and
Yeah.
they just let them out. Like
Yeah.
and those poor people
God.
are
Terrible.
still wandering the streets, like because they have
And
nobody
you know
to take
that
care of them.
they can't help. I mean, some people
No, we
do
need
need
to
to
take
be
care
in
of
a
people like
facility.
that.
They
Yes.
just do. Now, instead of throwing the baby out with the bathwater, yes, the system was broken. It was
It's a
broken.
very old saying.
But
That's
it
pretty,
is, isn't
that's
it?
pretty
Isn't it?
wow.
Like
Wow.
nobody
It
throws
is.
babies in the bathwater
I don't know,
anymore.
babies in the bathwater. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a weirdo. But yeah, so just let's try to fix the system instead of just throw it out. So,
Well, it
but we
needs to
didn't.
be
So
addressed
here we
because
are.
no, but he's
Well, what
not
was the
only one.
reason he did it in the first place? There had
Well,
to have
that's
probably
what
been
he-
a money issue. I'm sure
yeah,
it
it's
was all about
you're
the
right.
money.
It's all about the money. It's always about the
Wait,
money.
you think this guy was after
Um,
her money?
No.
No. We're talking
Why
about
you said
why
that
he
Reagan.
Oh, why did
deregulated-
Reagan
why
do
he
it?
deregulated
Okay,
them.
so back in the day, back in
Yeah.
the 80s,
Yeah.
they would put people
Yeah.
who were not mentally stable into nursing
Right.
homes.
Facilities,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, nursing homes with the aging people as well.
Yeah.
But
Well,
they
that's
had but
bad.
and well, right,
Right,
but then-
right.
Oh shit.
No, so that wasn't
Right.
the
Shoot.
right answer, but it kept them
Mhm.
off the streets. And then Reagan
Yeah.
said, we are no longer paying for them in those facilities because it was
Yeah.
a state paid deal or a federal deal. And they
Right.
stopped paying and then they turned them loose and there they go. And we've never addressed the situation since.
I think it's intensified because of the amount of drug addicts too. So that you have
Yeah.
all these tent cities all over
Yeah.
some cities.
Well,
and,
they tend
and
to
they're now they've become, because of their heavy drug use. I mean, it messes with your brain.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
sure
so
it
then-
does. Sure it does.
So now, where do you put them all? What do
Well,
you do?
It's so hard.
I don't
And
I
is
don't,
it the chicken or the egg? Because what's been proven, uh,
Yeah.
quite a lot is that people with mental disorders that have them to begin with,
Mhm.
that they gravitate towards self-medication.
Right.
And so the self-medicating
Right.
then, as you say, Becky, just makes it worse.
well, that's
Right.
I
You
was
know,
gonna-
it's
just gonna
not the
go
right
there, Nance.
med.
That's
You
exactly
know,
right.
methamphetamine isn't the right way to go if you have schizophrenia.
No,
Just
but
saying.
it's something that I can get
But-
to, and it
No,
right.
no, it's
But
it's
you're right though
sad.
that
Yeah.
it's like chicken, egg, chicken, chicken, egg.
Well, I don't see us doing anything though. I mean, I really don't see us as
Well,
a
it's
society
terrible. It's
wrapping
terrible.
our arms around that
And
situation.
then you got HIPAA. So HIPAA can be,
Yeah,
that
right.
protects a lot of these people that can really
Yeah.
hurt other innocent
Yeah.
people.
Well,
Yeah,
and
I
the
know.
problem is that a lot of
Yeah.
these people are on their own. They're not,
Yeah.
their
No, you're
families
right.
have given up or
Yes.
whatever, or they don't
Yes.
have them or whatever, and so now
That's
Well,
right.
they have
have
no
to-
control once they're an adult.
That's right.
I mean, I have a
too.
friend
That's
who's
so true.
whose son is sometimes out of control, and what do you do? And she's searched for places for him to go and be, and there
No
isn't
luck?
any. Good Lord, there's no.
Well,
there's
no.
none.
Well, okay. So short of a
So-
home, living in a facility with other like a group home kind of thing.
Yeah.
Short of that, now they don't really have group homes that I'm aware of
No.
for folks with these issues.
No, they don't.
But maybe they need them.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. My
Yeah.
friend or my daughter met a girl who started her career working for Aunt Martha's. I think that's what it was called. And she worked at a group home for children.
Mhm.
And she got paid this is probably 10 years ago, got paid 20-something thousand. And these kids, she's like, she would have one shift. There'd be just two women for like 8 or 9 kids.
That's
It
crazy,
was
Becky.
insanity what she had
Too
to go
much.
through.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
And
that's
these were not,
crazy.
these were not,
And who wants to do that? I mean, what kind
Well,
of
and there you go. There you go. Yeah.
How are you going to find
and
somebody
you're
to
right.
take
The
that
money,
gig?
the money is a problem because it's always about the money, isn't it?
It
And
is.
and
well, you have to
but let's be
survive.
right.
And,
You have to survive. That's right, Becky. I say that, but what I mean is, it is about the money because you don't want to put your money where it needs to be put in society. In my view, but because you have to make a living wage, people have to make a living wage,
Yeah.
and so but
so you're saying that there's just no place for these people? I mean, there aren't psychiatric hospitals? Or
there are psychiatric hospitals, Becky, but they're not residential. They're not residential.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't live there. Do you know what I mean?
You know what?
They go there to treatment for acute treatment.
Right.
But
And
after
then
their
let
acute
go.
phase is over, they bye-bye. We did it all the time in Malcolm Bliss. I worked for in a mental health facility in Malcolm Bliss in St. Louis, one of my internships for college. And we get them on the right path, and they had schizophrenia, and some of them were on trial for murder. That was a lovely thing. I did while I was pregnant. But and so we would get them lucid, and we'd have to let them go, and they'd end up back in here or in the court system within a month or two.
That's like pads.
Because they have nowhere to go.
There's a lot of homeless people that, like around here, they go to certain churches, offer them a place for the night. But they have to take their meds before they can come in, or they're violent. They're violent.
Pads, and Pads has pretty hard rules. There's no drugs,
Brian was doing it. And he's like, when these men
donate
are on
to
their,
Pads all the time.
When they're on their meds, they're fine. They're normal, and not normal, but you know what I mean.
But they're manageable. It's manageable.
But they don't see themselves. We used to tell our clients, okay, you need a buddy. You need a buddy. So you need someone to tell you if you're not acting right, you're not behaving right. Because they think they feel fine and they miss a med, or they just miss a med because they miss it because they're not, because they're on the street.
Just not right. They're on the street, right?
Yeah, and so, but they don't have buddies. I mean, it's just it's
so
ludicrous.
sad.
We tell them this, knowing full well they don't have a support system. Not the street people.
No.
Well, maybe AI will come up with something.
Oh boy.
Well, that's a hope.
That's a scary thing.
Imagine
right
if you could. But imagine if you could figure out a cure for it.
Maybe. I mean, imagine use it for good, right?
Right. If somebody could answer that, if somebody could solve that, it'd be.
Imagine that. That's what I mean.
I know.
I mean, there's always positives. So
yes, Becky.
Yeah.
There's
definitely
always positive. Hey.
Yes, Becky of Sunnybrook Farm.
Yes, Sunnybrook Farm. Let me.
Hop.
She's hopping on through the cotton field. Let me ask you guys: have you heard about Roger Waters and the stuff he's saying about Ozzy Osbourne?
My
good or
son,
bad?
my son told me about it. Douglas, you can imagine who.
Yes.
Which
yeah,
son.
Doug, the music lover.
Yeah, well, he was all about that.
It's out there, baby. Roger Waters is feeling the wrath of Ozzy Osbourne fans more than a month after the rock legend's death. During a recent appearance on the Independent Inc. podcast, the Pink Floyd co-founder criticized Osbourne's legacy. These are quotes. Ozzy Osbourne, who just died, bless him, in his whatever that state that he was in his whole life, we'll never know, Waters, 81, said before seemingly addressing the late Black Sabbath singer's popular MTV reality show, The Osbournes. I watched that. Did you ever watch The Osbournes?
I remember that. Was that one of the first reality series?
It was, and it's the only reason I even know who Ozzy Osbourne is, quite frankly.
What?
Because,
Get out of town.
Oh, come on. I don't know about the
I
man.
Listen to Black Sabbath.
Oz? You don't know about Black Sabbath?
No.
Well, I wouldn't listen to it either, Nate.
No.
Crazy
That's
Train?
true.
I like Crazy Train.
No, I don't like any of it. But I only know who he is, and I got to like him because of his reality show, because you get to know his wife and his kids and their dogs and blah, 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 blah. So I did watch a few episodes of that, although he was all over the TV for hundreds of years with his idiocracy and nonsense, Waters said. The music, this is Waters still talking, the music I have no idea. I couldn't give a F, Waters continued. I don't care about Black Sabbath. Well, he sounds like me. I never did. I have no interest in wah and biting the heads off chickens and whatever they do. I could care less, he said. Osbourne, who died on July 22nd at age 76, famously bit the head off of a live bat while on tour in 1982.
He did.
Later claiming
he really did.
He did.
yeah. Later claiming he thought it was a toy that a fan had thrown on stage. During his rant, Waters said biting a bat was even worse than biting a chicken. Okay.
But
let's
wait,
see.
how
They hold rabies.
How did he
you know?
get a hold of a bat, you guys?
Well, I don't know. Somebody must have
know.
thrown
I mean,
it on
he
the...
said somebody threw it on this. What, somebody throwing a live bat on a stage?
I think they thought it was like a rubber bat or something.
I know, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
how did he get?
Somebody brought
Bats
a
are
live bat.
flying. They're not in a
Hey,
concert.
Nancy, this is
What?
Black Sabbath. These
I
are
know.
Black Sabbath fans.
I
Somebody
know,
came
I know,
in with
A
a
lot
bat.
of bad things happened in the 70s.
Wasn't he in a movie where he bites a
door.
bat?
Was it a movie?
Probably.
I think he
He
was
did
in
it
a
in a mo-
movie. What was that?
Well,
movie?
How did he get a
maybe it was
hold of a bat?
concert. I think
I
it was
wanna
a
know.
concert documentary.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I
What?
don't know.
Yeah.
I'm moving on.
Moving
Okay,
on.
move it. Okay.
It didn't take long for Osborne's son, Jack, to respond to Waters' comments about his father. In a post on his Instagram stories on September 2, Jack Osborne called out the Pink Floyd bassist by name. Hey, Roger Waters, F you, he wrote. He said, how pathetic and out of touch you've become. The only way you seem to get attention these days is by vomiting out bull S in the press. My father always thought you were a C word. Thanks
Oh.
for proving him right. That's what he posted. He also posted a second slide with the hashtag #FRogerWaters. Osborne's death came just 2 weeks after he performed an epic farewell concert in his hometown of Birmingham, England. Following the death of the hard rock icon, the city hosted a parade in his honor. Thousands of fans flocked to the landmark Black Sabbath bench and bridge tourist attraction to leave flowers, notes, and gifts in remembrance of the beloved singer. I don't know. It just seems a little wacky to me that we're having a little feud right now over this, you know?
I don't think he showed grace at all. I mean, they just lost his
didn't.
father, and you know.
Yeah, I mean, what good did you do
Listen,
there?
Roger Waters is a bit of an idiot anyway. I mean,
I don't really know anything about
well,
him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I saw him.
I
I
don't know
saw
anything
him.
either. It's not very nice.
It was called Old Cella. They nicknamed it that, but it was
Old Cella. I want to
Old
go to
Cella.
Old Cella.
Oh yeah, it was Roger Waters, Bob Dylan, The Who, the Stones.
Oh,
That's
Brian
old.
was saying
That's
that.
old.
He was just saying how old Roger Daltrey looked. Boo.
Oh, poor little Roger. You know he's
Yeah.
still kicking it from.
I give him a lot of credit. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
good.
still.
Hey,
he's
can I
still
tell you
working
something
it.
about the bat?
What about?
I forgot about the bat.
Tell me about the bat.
Okay, a fan. You're right. A fan threw a 17-year-old guy named Mark Neal threw the bat, smuggled it into the concert,
That's what I
and
thought.
threw it on the stage.
Mm.
And yes,
Wow.
Ozzy thought it was fake.
Mm.
So
Who would think it was
but
a live bat?
And let's be honest, maybe Ozzy was doing something at the time.
Not
you
our
think
Ozzy,
so?
Becky. Come on.
I'm not trying to be like
Becky,
Roger, but I'm just saying.
You can be like Roger. I don't know. I don't know. It seemed like a wacky story that I thought I'd throw in for our music segment. I did a little bit more than I normally do on that one. But let's talk music for a minute. What happened on this day in music? It is September 9. Let's see. I'm trying to find the good stuff for you. On September 9, 2024, Beyonce was snubbed from the Country Music Awards despite having one of the biggest country hits of the year with Texas Hold'em. Listen, I don't care what you say. Beyonce is not a country singer. I just don't see it. But she did
She's an all-around genre. She can do it. I mean, she can. I mean, she
I
can.
know, but
I know what you mean. But
she
yeah.
can. She can with her staff of like 50 writers.
Well, I can tell
and
you
producers.
that
So
that's true.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure she's embraced by the country crowd down here. I don't know.
What do you
Oh,
think
yeah,
about that,
yeah, what do
Tammy?
you
What is
see?
the word on the
Yeah,
street there in
you-
Nashville?
You do
that
know.
she's not country. That
Oh,
she's-
is that the word?
Yeah, that she's just trying to come into the genre for whatever.
Monetary gains?
Maybe. Who knows? I
Just
don't
because
know.
she wants to conquer another. genre.
Maybe. I don't know. In
That's
2008,
true.
do you guys
That
Kind of
song,
like
that
Taylor
song bugs
Swift
me
in
anyway.
a way.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
don't
Oh no,
love
I don't
that
like any
song.
of the
It's
stuff.
annoying.
I'm not a Beyonce fan. Can you
It's
tell? I think
annoying.
you can tell. Eric Carmen in 2008, former Raspberries lead singer Eric Carmen was arrested when he crashed his Range Rover into a fire hydrant in a 300,000 block. 300,000. That's what it was.
300,000 block? That's not right, Tammy.
Oh, let me squint.
You need to get your
Oh
get your
my
glasses
God.
on. Get
It's
your
a
glasses
30,000. It's a
on.
30,000 block of Chagrin Boulevard in Orange Village. You're not
Are
going
you
there.
sure it's Chagrin?
Chagrin.
Are you
I
sure
know
of
what a
anything
name.
right now, Tammy?
I love the name of the street. Chagrin. Chagrin Boulevard.
That is Chagrin.
It
Yes,
is
I'd like
funny.
to
Do you
live
know
on
what? Do you know what
Chagrin
chagrin
Boulevard.
means?
Yeah, it's like a snicker. It's like a
No.
no. What is it?
What is it?
It's like you say it with chagrin, like maybe sarcasm, or something
Okay.
like that.
I thought it was like a sense of humor in there. So chagrin, like whatever. I don't know.
Well, kinda, but
Let's
Or
see.
does it mean like, I don't know.
well,
Actually,
she
I
acted.
don't- I
Becky
don't know.
acted like she knew what it meant.
boy,
she
she
was very
sure did.
confident
Because
about
I've
it.
seen
She
it,
sure
I've seen
did.
it so
And now
many
she-
times in books.
now she doesn't
Now I'm like,
know.
chagrin. Maybe you're like a little sad. Maybe
Usually
that's
it's
Oh
used-
my God, Becky! You should
Usually-
have quit while you were ahead. We thought
Rebecca?
you knew exactly what that was.
It's usually used like to her chagrin, like that.
Yes.
She said it to her chagrin, meaning to her amusement. That's what I always thought it was, but I could be wrong. Eric Carmen in 2008, former Raspberries lead singer Eric Carmen was arrested. Oh yeah, and he was
Yeah,
on
you just did
chagrin.
that.
He
lived
was
on
later sentenced to
God.
180 days in
Don't
jail.
go back there.
to
30
his
days-
chagrin.
To his chagrin, he got 180 days in jail. His blood alcohol level was 4 times the legal limit.
To the cop's chagrin.
Who is that?
To the cop's
Oh
chagrin.
my God.
Okay.
Eric
I'm
Carmen.
stopping.
Eric Carmen. You remember him? Let's see.
No.
Taylor
No.
Swift in 2007 released Our Song, the third song from her self-titled debut album. It became Swift's first #1. Let's see. 50 Cent in 2006
50
was
Cent.
50 was stopped by police for alleged unsafe driving in New York and received citations for an unsafe lane change, driving while an expired permit, driving without insurance, and driving without a vehicle registration.
Come on.
Wow.
He has so much money and he didn't have insurance.
He just couldn't get around to it. A crowd gathered taking photos, cheering the superstar and jeering the police after he was
Oh
pulled
my
over in his silver open-top Lamborghini.
Oh, sick.
And no
Oh,
insurance.
man.
Well,
no
whatever.
insurance. No. In 2005, an international conference devoted to the life, work, and influence of Bruce Springsteen was held at the Monmouth University, New Jersey. Festivities included various live acts as well as keynote address and rock critics and figures from the music industry. More than 150 papers were presented by the course, including Springsteen and American folklore. Springsteen and Dylan's American Dreamscape, Springsteen's musical legacy, Born to Run at 30 years old, Springsteen and New Jersey and the Boss and the Bible. Okay. What else do we have? Oh, let's see what
You were talking about Taylor Swift. Do you know she's dropping her album? And there's a big promo about it. Did you hear that?
I did.
Yes.
I did hear that.
About
Didn't
at
she show it?
Target at midnight. They're staying open at midnight to drop
Tonight?
her.
Oh, no,
to-
I did not hear that. Is that
I don't
tonight?
know. I don't think it's tonight, but her album's named Midnight, and so they're going to keep the
Oh.
stores open so people can buy one the old-fashioned way.
Oh, like go in and buy it?
Mhm.
She's actually...
An album, you said?
Yes, an
Well,
actual...
An
whatever.
actual album?
But
Or-
no, she does
Or
do
a CD?
vinyl.
Or-
Maybe both.
She
Yeah.
does release
I don't
vinyl.
buy them anymore, so I don't know. I'm
And
sorry. Go ahead.
You know what else she's releasing? She's releasing cassettes this year. Cassettes.
Cassettes are a big deal.
Clever.
We talked
Yeah,
about
they're
that on
coming
the
back.
show.
Cassettes
They're
are
coming
coming
back.
Why?
So,
But why? But why?
I don't.
Becky,
I,
supposedly they sound better than,
I
than
After
don't-
the
all of
digital
this,
version.
again, we're going full
no,
circle.
I
Cassettes
disagree.
I love
They
it, Beck. I
can't.
love it.
and,
Well, they're analog. I don't know
yeah,
how they can sound
landlines.
better. I don't know.
See,
Yeah, and landlines.
landlines.
I
Everything
feel like
old
we're going
is
back
new
to
again.
the 70s or the 80s.
Right,
cool
everything
in
old is
some
coming
respects.
back.
In some
Yeah.
respects.
All right,
All
kids.
right.
Happy music means we are going to skedaddle. We will be
Hey,
back.
I gotta go.
Okay, Rebecca. We will not see you
Bye,
after
guys.
the break, but Nancy
See
and
ya.
I will be here. Bye-bye. We'll be right back.
All right, bye.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. That's 800-760-1845.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 3 o'clock.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by VaxAssist.com. A Naperville man was charged with child pornography after a months-long investigation. 36-year-old Julian Zaborowski of the 1000 block of Heritage Drive was arrested on Friday. He faces 3 felony counts of dissemination of child pornography and 3 felony counts of possession of child pornography. Chrysler is recalling up to nearly 92,000 Jeep Grand Cherokee plug-in hybrid SUVs over a software error that could result in a loss of drive power. The recall applies to certain 2022 to 2026 models of the SUVs. The error can cause a vehicle to crash without prior warning due to an unexpected loss of propulsion, according to the recall report. A crash on I-55 in Will County early Sunday morning left 1 man dead and another person injured. The crash happened just before 3 a.m. on I-55 near Weber Road in Romeoville, according to Illinois State Police. Fox 32 reports troopers found the 2-vehicle crash in the southbound lanes involving a passenger car and a commercial vehicle. 2 people were taken to an area hospital with injuries. One of the individuals later died. The Will County coroner identified the victim as 22-year-old Derek Hernandez of Elgin. All southbound lanes were closed at IL-53 until a little after 8 a.m. The ISP was investigating the crash. 3 loaded guns and narcotics were recovered when Aurora police pulled a sedan over for a traffic stop August 30th near Route 30 and Route 31 in Montgomery. Special Operations Group investigators conducted the stop at about 10:57 p.m. after seeing a 2022 Nissan Sentra make multiple traffic violations. The car was occupied by 5 people, including 2 teens and 2 documented gang members. While searching the car, police say officers located 3 loaded semi-automatic handguns, 1 in the backpack of a 17-year-old boy, a 2nd in the waistband of a 16-year-old boy, and a 3rd under the front driver's seat. Police say a 21-year-old man from Aurora was carrying a small bag of suspected cocaine, and a 19-year-old man, also an Aurora resident, had an active warrant out for his arrest. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. There's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Plus, they're available for boys and girls. Get Find My Skechers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTags sold separately.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to handle the busy holiday season, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by VaxAssist.com. A Naperville man was charged with child pornography after a months-long investigation. 36-year-old Julian Zaborowski of the 1000 block of Heritage Drive was arrested on Friday. He faces 3 felony counts of dissemination of child pornography and 3 felony counts of possession of child pornography. Chrysler is recalling up to nearly 92,000 Jeep Grand Cherokee plug-in hybrid SUVs over a software error that that could result in a loss of drive power. The recall applies to certain 2022 to 2026 models of the SUVs. The error can cause a vehicle to crash without prior warning due to an unexpected loss of propulsion, according to the recall report. A crash on I-55 in Will County early Sunday morning left one man dead and another person injured. The crash happened just before 3 a.m. on I-55 near Weber Road in Romeoville, according to Illinois State Police. Fox 32 reports troopers found the two-vehicle crash in the southbound lanes.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. This afternoon, mostly sunny with a high near 75. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 56. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 79. Temperatures falling to around 76 in the afternoon. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy with a low around 58. Currently, it is 73 with clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Did you get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms of payment because they are hard to trace. Don't fall for it. Hang up, ignore them. Report this criminal activity to oig.ssa.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
The Live Like Rue Foundation is a 501c3 charitable organization that assists owners and their pets through a cancer diagnosis by providing financial and emotional support. In memory of a dog named Rue, the foundation helps local shelters and rescuers by sponsoring animals with cancer who do not yet have a forever home. Live Like Rue is a beacon of light during a dark time. For support for your pet or to donate or volunteer, please go to livelikeRue.org. Again, livelikeRue.org.
Step right up, take a seat. It's talk time with Tammy and friends. Feel the vibe, catch the beat. It's talk time with Tammy and friends. Oh, talk time, talk time. Tammy's here on WRMN. Oh, talk time with Tammy and friends.
Here on Fox News, we're glad you're joining us here on WRMN on a terrific Tuesday. You having tacos today, Matt?
You know, I'm not quite sure.
Not sure what's going on. I think
One
it's
of these
spaghetti.
days I'm doing tacos.
We're doing Spaghetti Tuesday today. Sorry, hate to.
Spaghetti Tuesday?
Yeah,
We're doing
sorry.
Salmon Tuesday.
Okay, all right, that's good. That's good. I got the kids coming over. I said I'll make some sketty for them. Let's see.
How's
70.
that little baby doing?
Oh, so cute. So cute. He was 4 months yesterday.
Nice.
And looking a lot like the other one. Funny how that happens.
That's amazing.
Funny how that happens. Yeah, he's adorbs.
That's cute.
Anyway, let's see. We're looking at, currently you're at 76, but you had a high of 77 today, a mix of clouds and sun. Sounds like a perfect day. You're going down to 53 tonight. Tomorrow, your Wednesday, is partly cloudy skies and a high of 80. Sounds like another perfect day on tap. Going down to 58 at night with partly cloudy skies. On Thursday, you'll see a high of 81, intervals of clouds and sunshine. Another perfect day. At night, you'll go down to 57, clear skies on that one. Friday night, yes, Friday night lights are out there. Football's happening. If you, I don't know, we're covering a high school team. The Whippers, aren't we? What are they called, Matt? The
Hampshire Whippers.
They are Whippers?
Mm-hmm.
Did we find out what a whipper was?
A whipper?
A whipper. What are they? Is it like an animal? Is it a vegetable? Is it a mineral? What is it?
Seems
Is
like
it?
we talked about that.
Well, I thought we did, and I don't know if we ever found out what a whipper was. Anyway,
Whippoorwill.
A whippoorwill. Friday, you're going to have a high of 85. Beautiful day, sunshine and clouds mixed, going down to 64 at night. That's kind of toasty for night this time of year. Partly cloudy skies early will become overcast later during the night. Then on Saturday, got a high of 88, mostly cloudy skies. I don't see any rain in this forecast, by the way. Oops, spoke too soon. Some clouds and possibly an isolated thunderstorm after midnight on Saturday night. 64 degrees is your low for Saturday night. Sunday, fun day, the 14th. You got a high of 88, partly cloudy skies, and a stray shower thunderstorm is possible. Going down to 64 at night. That is still pretty toasty for those parts. Now, the sunset is at 7:03. I just saw down here by the end of the month, sunset will be before 5 o'clock, I think they said, which makes me super sad. Maybe it was 6 o'clock. I got to look at that. Let's see. Monday, the 15th, you've got another high of 86, partly cloudy skies, going down to 63 with partly cloudy skies at night. And then Tuesday next week, your high is 85. Gosh, what a great, it's like 85 every day this whole week. Partly cloudy and going down to 61 at night with a few clouds for next week's Taco Tuesday. Yes, there'll be tacos next Tuesday. I don't know. Will there? I don't know. Could be. You never know. Let's see. Nancy French, you have been looking into a new study that's out there, yeah?
Yep, I have.
I found it super interesting. I know you did too.
Yeah, you sent me a little thing about it, and I kind of was like, okay, this is right up my alley.
Great. So yeah, have a look. See what. Tell me what you thought about it and what
Yeah,
your.
so I just wanted to throw out a couple things first.
Uh-huh.
Well, for people that are listening, I'm an occupational therapist, retired now, but I was on an autism team for testing for 25 years. So I do know autism a bit, and we have gone. There have been so many studies out periodically throughout the years, and most of the good studies, the studies that were done well based on scientific research, peer reviewed, which is very important. Well done studies all point to genetics. I mean, they just do. And I just wanted to throw out what ASD, we call it, autism is. It's a heterogeneous disorder, which means it's a condition with a wide range of symptoms and causes and severity. The current ratio rate for male to female, 4 males to 1 female. So it's a lot more males than female. Females actually present different than males. They are not as quickly identified. The rate currently in the United States is 1 out of 31 will be diagnosed with some form of autism.
Girlfriend, that is insane. Now, has that been? I mean, am I nuts? Or that's been increasing and increasing over the years.
It has been. But we've talked about, I think, a little before in the show, but that's for many, many reasons.
Unidentified
identification. Identification. I mean, years when I was in school, nobody got tested for autism.
Well, we didn't even use the word.
We didn't even use it. Yeah. We didn't know what it was. We just knew that there was strange Billy and nerdy
and
Sally
Joey
and
eats
stuff,
paste or whatever. But that's about it.
He liked it, and that was okay. And so, but now it's just it's highly identified. Not only that, it's such a broad spectrum that lots of people can fit into that category. As I said before, it's a heterogeneous disorder with wide range of symptoms. That also said, people are having all kinds of people diagnosed, people that really aren't qualified, but they're able to diagnose. Doctors that really aren't qualified, psychs that aren't as good at what they do. And so misdiagnosis is one, and just identification is also there. So, and there is some chatter, of course, about, well, I'll get to that in a bit, but about environmental causes.
Right.
Switching a gene on. Everyone doesn't get autism that eats preservatives. Everyone's not getting that. So it is still broken down to some sort of inherited trait.
Right.
Speaking of genetics, so there are 800 autism related genes that are recognized so far, 800. Hundreds of chromosomal abnormalities within those genes. And then, as I said before, there's a complex interplay between inheritance and environmental factors, and they're influenced by what we call epigenetics, which is changes in how genes are expressed. And those involve environmental factors and behavioral factors, how genes are switched on and off. And they're also passed down from your parent, perhaps, to the offspring, influencing how your cells in your body are going to react to environmental toxins or to behavioral changes. So I wanted, so this, that's kind of what autism is, what's going on in the autism world currently right now. And Tammy had sent me earlier today, or yesterday, I guess it was, research, a Stanford research project about a new drug that, and that the title is a bit deceiving. It's, Stanford researchers have reversed the symptoms of autism in mice. Okay, so but now let's put an accent on reverse the symptoms of. They didn't cure it, and that is not to say that they cured it. That says that they have reversed some symptomology in the mice that they're calling autism, right? And they're also mice. They're not humans. But I'll have to say that in looking at this study, which is promising, perhaps for many reasons.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
it's very promising. It's still in the research stage. Okay, and what they're also finding is they're finding that, well, they've known this, that epilepsy, they have shared pathways with epilepsy and autism.
They do?
I
didn't know that. Yeah.
What it is, it's an overactivity of the thing in the brain called a reticular thalamic nucleus. It's an overreaction, which makes sense to me because autism often is a hypersensitivity to your surroundings, rather than a hyposensitivity or low sensitivity. Usually it's hyper, so it's too much information, and it's not honed, it's not in your brain. So epilepsy prevalent in autism is 30% compared to 1. Whoa, there, Tam.
Little bug on my head.
Somebody just, well, I think he left. He looks like he left to us. Or maybe it's a little flower.
I don't know what it was.
Trying to park itself in your
Well,
rocks.
the leaves are falling off the trees around here. I don't know.
Well, there you go. Anyway, it's 30% in the autism population, 1% in the normal population for epilepsy. So that's pretty amazing, isn't it? The drug is called DREADD. It's a neuromodulation drug, and what it does
is that an acronym? DREADD.
It's an acronym.
Yeah,
it's
let's hope so. Dread.
Don't even know what. Yeah, right. I know. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I want to take some dread.
With what they did with this drug was they gave it to the mice that had autism
symptoms. Yeah.
And it calmed all those symptoms down and reversed them. But then they also, conversely, they induced the symptoms again. I don't know how they did that. They were able to recreate the autism symptoms by causing overactivity of this reticular thalamic nucleus. It's called RTM for short. And it's amazing. They had, so what you do when you look at the research, whenever you hear something on the news and you hear new research and you hear, we have a cure for this, we have this, or this causes this, right?
Yeah.
So there's been something in the news about, acetaminophen causing, the autism, not a well done study, by the way. So things that you look at, and I think it's important to tell our audience this, is you have to look at methodological method. What was their method that they used to do the research? That's very important. They have to have cutting edge research. That's what you want to look for. And then You have to have evidence of reversal. This study showed that the drugs and the technique successfully reversed several keys of autism-like symptoms in mice, including hypersensitivity, increased repetitive actions, and heightened motor activity and social withdrawal. So all those categories, this drug did show reversal of those. Shared mechanisms. The findings highlight a connection between autism and epilepsy, like I talked before, as the drug used to modulate the RTN are also under investigation as epilepsy treatments. That could have been how they maybe started this off. I'm not sure. And you have a preclinical stage. Research was conducted using a mouse model, which is a critical first step. But it's crucial to remember that these findings are not applicable to humans at this time. Treatment targets, that's another important area that research needs to look at. The research opens new avenues for developing future treatments for ASD, autism, and identifying the reticular thalamic nucleus as a promising treatment target. So the next steps for this immediate step is for researchers to develop treatments and conduct further clinical trials to determine these findings and that can be safely and effectively applied to humans. Can this drug, big question, right, be safely administered to humans?
Helpful. Yeah. And yeah. Yeah.
And
Well,
a huge thing that you want to really, really look at when you look at studies, and that's the study that was done on the vaccines and autism, the very poorly done study. One reason why it was not peer reviewed, it was
right.
reviewed by them,
Right.
by the people that did you don't do that. You
Right.
have
That's
peer
why we don't
review.
listen to that. That's why we
we
don't
don't
listen to that.
that.
It
That's
wasn't
right.
it was a bad study, but still
Right.
the fear is still out there from that study.
It
You
is.
know,
It
it's
sure is. And
yeah.
I think that when you look at something that you have a little magic pill that's going to change genetics,
Yeah.
it's just tough.
Yeah.
It's just not one thing from what years of research
Well,
has
yeah, and
shown
but
us. It's
it's
not
just
one thing.
so puzzling because I'm looking here, and it's let's see, the prevalence of this ASD has increased significantly since the first CDC report in 2000, when it was estimated 1 in 125 children
Correct.
would have it. Now it's in 1 in 31, and this is
know.
8-year-olds. They said they checking them at 8-year-old, and 1 in 31 8-year-olds, mostly boys,
Yeah.
have this issue. Now,
I know.
why?
It's
That's what
crazy.
I want to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can't.
there are several reasons, but yes, it's still astounding. It's still an astounding number. It used to be 101 and 151, and then it
When
went
was
down
that?
from there. That was before 2000, I believe.
Must have been. Yeah, yeah.
But it wasn't much before 2000. It kind of jumped from
Now,
150.
this report also notes that there are
Mm-hmm.
significant geographic variations in the prevalence of it.
Okay.
So that to me is surprising.
It is. Now, what geographic what areas
Well, let me see.
are they
I'm just telling you
talking
the
about?
trends that are occurring
Okay.
with these conditions.
I wonder what areas are those?
So this is saying children. Yeah, what geographic areas? Hold,
Yeah.
please. Let me look this up. It says children with the ASD. That is what I do with that is the autism spectrum disorder. It's labeled ASD. Let's see. Importance of continued research and efforts. That's basically what they're saying. You got to continue to do research on this because nothing is conclusive at this juncture on why. It's saying the increase is likely due to a combination of factors, including increased awareness, improved diagnostic criteria, and earlier detection. The average age that kids get to median age, not average, median age that children are diagnosed with ASD. Do you know what that is?
Well, we test them. It's usually around 7 or usually around K1, 2 is when we test them. Is usually.
This is saying.
What's that saying?
With your doc at 47 months, 3 years and 11 months.
That's
is
very early. That's
the
very
median
early.
age for which children are diagnosed with ASD. Co-occurring.
Wow, that's early. That's preschool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
we do a
think
lot
about
of
it.
we did a lot of preschool testing, but that's not how it was. That's That was new. That's fairly new that
Yeah,
has
I think
preschool testing.
parents are, well, you got a 1 in 31 chance of this. So I think parents are scared and they want to know, what's going on. Co-occurrence condition, children with ASD are more likely to have other developmental and behavioral problems such as intellectual disabilities, attention deficit, hyperactivity disorder, and anxiety disorders
Yes,
along
they
with
do.
it. Mhm.
They do that. That's called a cluster of things. It's very common, and OCD is another one. Obsessive compulsive disorder.
Oh yeah, you find
is,
what
is
now?
well,
Do you
we
find
find
people
that
with
lots of kids
people
with
with
AU.
OCD have autism, or people with autism
No,
have OCD?
correct. Second one.
People with
People with
autism have,
autism
yeah.
tend to have those things you just discussed. They tend to have ADHD or ADD, and some oppositional some ODD, some oppositional behaviors, and obsessive compulsive definitely, and
Yeah.
heightened sensory awareness, heightened to the point where it's distracting. So I was looking at this, the areas in which it's a bit more prevalent, and it looks like California um, has
Has a
heightened
high
it, has
concentration?
a bit more, and lower rates in Texas. Go figure.
Okay. Go figure. Go
Go
figure.
figure.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, and there's actually a map, and gosh, Tammy, I wish I knew my states.
Oh darn, you can't tell what the outline is?
Oh, that's an outline. I'm not sure. It's way at the top there. Could that be Minnesota?
No, oh, is it above Wisconsin?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota. Why? What'd you see in it?
That's high.
Really? Minnesota's
Yeah,
high.
that's how. Let's see. Virginia. Okay. Yeah, Virginia.
Hey, send that to Matt. Maybe you can put it up there. We can look at it. Or tell him where you got it. Where'd you get that map?
Newsweek.
Matthew.
So this
I don't know
is
if you're
new.
there.
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah.
Okay. Can you look at Newsweek and see if you can find this map she's talking about? This shows the geographic locations. What should he look
It
up?
does.
Nance?
Let me. I'm just gonna send it to him right now.
Well, he could probably look it up faster.
Well,
But
we'll see, won't we?
yeah. Well, but he doesn't know what to
Boom!
look up.
Boom.
Yeah. There. Okay.
It's, well, 'cause this is the
Autism
actual
epidemic
article.
has now reached a scale unprecedented in human history because it affects the young. This is Kennedy talking. The risks and costs of this crisis are 1,000 times more threatening to our country than COVID-19. Autism is preventable and is unforgivable that we have not yet identified the underlying cause. We should have had these answers 20 years ago. This is Kennedy saying this.
It's not preventable. So
that's
people
what I
need to just
said. I'm
stop.
like, it's
They
preventable.
need to just stop. There have been people with autism since people were alive. There, Matt. There you go.
Oh, you got it.
Can you
Yay.
can you
Thank you,
name that
Matt.
state, Tammy?
No,
Name
I
that
can't.
state.
How do I make that sucker
Name
bigger?
that really dark state over there. Is that Massachusetts?
do I make that
Massachusetts? Oh God, I'm so bad.
Which
I don't know
side?
how to make it bigger. Let's
what's
see.
that?
No, it's me. It's me. I got to make me bigger. I don't know how to do that. They're just. Oh, there it is. Yay. Okay. What state are we talking? Oh, the dark
See
blue
the
ones?
dark blue one?
They're the really bad ones?
Yeah.
Well, those are your most populated states.
But you know,
New
more
York.
testing goes on in California than Texas. They test more. They test. We know this. They're all about autism right now, so they're gonna find more.
What's the lightest state up
who's
there,
next
Matt?
to us? Who's that? Mexico, New Mexico.
Matt, can you put that? Can you put that back up? Who's the lightest?
The lightest one. This one.
New Mexico. Is that New
Is
Mexico?
it New Mexico has the least amount of
I don't know.
autism?
Is that the shape of New Mexico?
Oh, New Mexico's pretty square. Let me see.
Well, I think it's New Mexico.
Yeah, I think that
right?
is. Yeah.
Oh God.
It's next to Texas. You know your neighbors, right?
Well, see, I think I do.
Yeah. Are you trying to find
Let's
one
get
with
the map up?
the actual, the real map?
Florida's
Okay, we're gonna have a
light,
little
too.
geography
Okay.
lesson here as well.
Here.
Yeah, I got it right. New Mexico. Ding, 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 ding.
Can you make it big though? How you had it in the middle? I don't know how that happened, but it was in the
That's
very
like a
middle.
kid's map. Oh, how
Oh yeah, I
sad
like it.
that
I
is.
like it. I like
How
it.
sad that is.
Can you overlay it so we know? the
Florida's
sta-
light on that too. It looks like.
Yeah, no, yeah. New Mexico is really light. And wait, what's that? Is that North Dakota? What is that guy up there next to Minnesota?
Oh, these
Is
ones.
it- yeah, up here. Yeah, North and South Dakota, right here. Those are there it
Georgia
is.
and South Dakota, yeah.
There's your answer right there. Yeah, it was New Mexico, and then it was what else did you have? Go back to school. I like it. Oh, this one right here. It's something on the East Coast. Was it South Carolina? This right here. Yeah, South Carolina.
what?
Hey, Matt, when you run your thing over it, does it tell you
Yeah,
the
does
name of the
it tell
state?
you your mousy?
You run your mouse over? Did it tell you the name of the state?
No,
Oh, it just tells you the issue
just the
with it?
issue.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
Yeah, I would say that these two right here, where
Anyway.
his little pointer is. Oh, and then right next to you, Louisiana. Is that Louisiana? Right?
And
Louisiana.
Louisiana has a low.
Illinois is looking like it has a good amount there.
Well, anywhere that's
A
populated.
little
New York.
darker than us.
Yeah, all
And
the.
then what's the one up there? Is that Minnesota up there?
Yeah. Oh, wait, above Illinois
Yeah,
and
above
next to it.
Illinois.
Yeah, that's
Two
and-
above. Two
yeah,
above.
that's
Yeah.
Minnesota. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, it's funny. There's no rhyme or reason to where they are in the country either. I don't know.
Geographically. Well,
Yeah,
the populated areas are going to have more because that's
They
just
are.
the way it works. But
That's true. It's not per capita. Yeah.
it's so we don't even know
Yeah.
that. It's just a
Yeah.
big mystery. I think you should figure it out, Nance.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm sure there's one cause that we can just, figure
I
out.
think you
know?
should just let Mr. Kennedy
Yeah.
know what that is and just give him
Yeah.
a little break. He'll take a summer break and then it'll be all
Have
over.
Mr. Kennedy, remember that 1 million people died of COVID. So let's just not
Yeah.
make that light of that.
I know, but he's
Please.
saying this is worse. So,
Yeah,
all right, hear that
dying,
music.
so.
That means we are going to skedaddle for that.
Some people enjoy their autism. Can I just throw that out there? We think
Yeah.
it's so bad and no one should have it, but that is not people. Some people.
Okay. All right,
love
we'll
who
be
they
back
are.
after this.
Okay, bye.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by VaxAssist.com. A crash on I-55 in Will County early Sunday morning left one man dead and another person injured. The crash happened just before 3 a.m. on I-55 near Weber Road in Romeoville, according to Illinois State Police. Fox 32 reports troopers found the two-vehicle crash in the southbound lanes involving a passenger car and a commercial vehicle. 2 people were taken to an area hospital with injuries. One of the individuals later died. The Will County coroner identified the victim as 22-year-old Derek Hernandez of Elgin. All southbound lanes were closed at IL-53 until a little after 8 a.m. The ISP was investigating the crash. 3 loaded guns and narcotics were recovered when Aurora police pulled a sedan over for a traffic stop August 30th near Route 30 and Route 31 in Montgomery. Special Operations Group investigators conducted the stop at about 10:57 p.m. after seeing a 2022 Nissan Sentra make multiple traffic violations. The car was occupied by 5 people, including 2 teens and 2 documented gang members. While searching the car, police say officers located 3 loaded semi-automatic handguns, one in the backpack of a 17-year-old boy, a second in the waistband of a 16-year-old boy, and a third under the front driver's seat. Police say a 21-year-old man from Aurora was carrying a small bag of suspected cocaine, and a 19-year-old man, also an Aurora resident, had an active warrant out for his arrest. A Naperville man was charged with child pornography after a months-long investigation. 36-year-old Julian Zaborowski of the 1000 block of Heritage Drive was arrested on Friday. He faces 3 felony counts of dissemination of child pornography and 3 felony counts of possession of child pornography. Chrysler is recalling up to nearly 92,000 Jeep Grand Cherokee plug-in hybrid SUVs over a software error that could result in a loss of drive power. The recall applies to certain 2022 to 2026 models of the SUVs. The error can cause a vehicle to crash without prior warning due to an unexpected loss of propulsion, according to the recall report. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Are you dreaming of a getaway? Want to leave the stress of daily life behind? Whether it's a relaxing cruise or an adventurous land escape, planning the perfect vacation doesn't have to be a hassle. At Cruises International, they specialize in vacation destinations, land and sea, making your dreams come true. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, Cruises International isn't just about booking travel. They're your personal concierge, trusted travel advisor, and advocate. Your preferences are unique, and they'll take the time to understand exactly what you're looking for. From personalized service to their global network of specialists, they ensure that your vacation is tailor-made just for you. It's time to plan the vacation of a lifetime. Call 800-255-7447. That's 800-255-7447 today and speak to a cruise and vacation expert. Cruises International. It's time to set sail to your dream destination.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. This afternoon, mostly sunny with a high near 75. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 56. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 79, with temperatures falling to around 76 in the afternoon. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy with a low around 58. Currently, it is 74 with mainly clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Step right up, take a seat. It's talk time with Tammy and friends. Feel the vibe, catch the beat. It's talk time with Tammy and friends. Oh, talk time, talk time. Tammy's here on WRMN. Oh, talk time with Tammy and friends.
Welcome in, everybody. It's Talk Time with Tammy and Friends as we continue on a Taco Tuesday, on a terrific Tuesday. It's just a Tuesday out there. I don't know. It's Tuesday, and it sounds like you got great
Salmon
weather.
and spaghetti's Tuesday.
Salmon and spaghetti Tuesday, and whatever else you want to throw in the mix, man. Yeah. So Matthew's been digging in the News Nation bin again. Let's see. What did you come up with, Matthew? Anything good?
Records from Jeffrey Epstein's estate have been released, including President Donald Trump's alleged message to Epstein in a book compiled to celebrate his 50th birthday. News Nation's Trevor Shirley reports.
The letter was first reported on by the Wall Street Journal earlier this year. It contains an imagined conversation between a Jeffrey and a Donald and makes reference to a, quote, wonderful secret. President Trump denied the letter even existed and sued the Journal and its parent company. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt also denying the president had anything to do with the letter.
The House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform released the records provided by Epstein's estate hours after Democrats on the committee posted Trump's alleged birthday message to Epstein.
Yeah. So wait, I'm super confused. If he didn't do it, who did?
This
is
other
it
Donald guy? I don't know.
Oh,
the
another
other guy?
Donald guy.
There's another Donald maybe out there, or it could be. I don't know.
There's
I don't know.
another Donald with
I
the
don't know.
same signature as the one Donald. I don't know. I mean, did you see it? Did you actually look at the doc? I mean, they had a picture of it. Did you see it? Anybody?
Let me see if
Orange
I can
Whip,
find
Orange
it.
Whip.
I didn't.
I don't know if you saw it, but the one I saw, is this the birthday card that was like he drew a figure of a girl and then signed his name at the bottom?
Oh, wow.
No? I don't know if you saw that one. That was a little...
Did not see that.
Well, she put together this woman who's in jail put together some sort of book for his birthday, and I think that was, like I said, I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention to the news when I'm down here, but I believe it was a birthday card from...
I have a question.
Uh-oh.
Was Epstein
Hold on to your
married?
hat.
Was Epstein married?
Oh, no, I don't think so. Was he Epstein married?
Was he ever married?
Oh, well, I
No
don't know
one
about
talks
ever.
about the wife.
Well, I don't think there is one.
Okay.
That's what that Giselle person was. That was his girlfriend.
Well, was
Uh,
she his girl? She was for a while.
and
He was
got
never
and got
married.
no,
He was
never married.
never married. Well, ain't that interesting?
Was he a billionaire? That's the next question. Was he in the military? I found all kinds of stuff.
How did he make his money?
Was he cremated? I have that as well. Not that it matters. Jeffrey Edward Epstein was an American financier, and a child sex offender. he got both those titles.
Yeah.
Who victimized hundreds of teenage girls. That's what Wikipedia says about the boy. Let me see here. 1 second.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. Did you hear
victimized
those victim statements?
hundreds of teenage
pretty
girls. Yeah, I saw the
powerful.
whole thing. Born and raised in New York City, Epstein began his professional career as a teacher at the Dalton School. After his dismissal from the school in 1976, his dismissal. Can we talk about why?
Wow.
In 1976, he entered the banking and finance sector, working at Bear Stearns in various roles before starting his own firm. Epstein cultivated an elite social circle and procured many women and children whom he and his associates sexually abused. That is the Wikipedia definition of that man.
Wow.
Right. He was born January 20th, 1953.
Okay, thank you for telling me that. Thank you for telling me that.
I just thought I'd throw that out there,
Oh my
girl.
God, he's my birthday bud.
He's your
Oh
birthday buddy.
no.
Yeah, sorry.
Yike.
Yeah, well, yeah, no.
What year? What year?
53. Yeah, he's a little bit older than you, but
That's sick.
listen, I don't know what the deal is with what is happening with these documents. We're going to release them all, and then we're not going to release them. I don't know. Make up your mind, dude. If you are going to release them, then release them. Well, they did, and now what have they found? What we just talked about. Anything else? No, I don't think so.
That's it.
So on a lighter note,
Yes.
a much lighter note, guess what I got?
Jokes.
No,
Jokes.
better. A new game.
Oh, goody.
What
does it say?
How did you know that?
How did you
Nancy?
know that?
How did you know that, Nancy?
Uh-oh.
I know. New game and a round of golf applause for the new game.
Okay.
I got my jokes. In fact, I'll save my jokes for tomorrow because you know.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. Oh wait, I might be here.
Yes, and you're gonna enjoy my jokes.
Ugh. Unless Daisy has a gig, it's not looking.
No,
promising.
doesn't look. Nobody's gonna croak tomorrow. It's
It's not looking. Okay, that's inappropriate. Hey, they're not croaked.
They're not
remember.
yet. Well, they're
Not
looking. They're working on it.
They're,
All right.
they're climbing to the edge, but they're
They
not.
are. They are. And speaking of the edge, we're going to be on it in a minute. This is a good one. I looked through some of these questions. They're hysterical, so it's
Okay,
good.
okay,
So
okay.
we can double dip if you want to fire back. Otherwise, you're getting the new ones because that's all I just
power
bought
me
them,
out.
so, yeah, that's all I got.
I'll do the new ones.
All right, sounds like a plan. We're going to take that last break of the showgram, and we'll be back after these messages. I might even find some jokes. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll be right back.
When disaster strikes, flood or fire, every second counts. At Emergency Construction Group, they specialize in immediate response and same-day service for any residential, commercial, or industrial emergency across the Chicagoland area. With over 30 years of experience, they've got the expertise, manpower, and equipment to handle any size loss fast. They follow strict IICRC guidelines to restore your property the right way, the first time. Their team values transparency, constant communication, and strong ethical standards because your peace of mind matters. Licensed, bonded, and insured, they're here for you 24/7, 365 days a year. Call 855-4ECG now. That's 855-432-4669. Or visit their website at emergencyconstructiongroup.com and let Emergency Construction Group put your life back together one step at a time. That's Emergency Construction Group. Your satisfaction is their passion.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
If you build a relationship, then it becomes easier. If you build trust, it becomes easier. As a parent, you want what's best for your child. To give them the love that a child needs is probably the best thing you can do for a teenager.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Before the weather gets too cold, it's time to finish up those outdoor jobs. That's why ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and to the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
If you turned 65 recently like me, it's important you find a Medicare Advantage plan that gives you the coverage you're looking for. But finding one can be difficult. The best thing I did, and I suggest you do the same, is call a licensed insurance agent and let them walk you through your Medicare Advantage plan options. There are so many benefits you have access to, so make the call now and let the representatives explain everything to you. Our licensed insurance agents can offer you a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Plus, the call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation to enroll. We're here to make it easy for you to select a Medicare Advantage plan that may work for your needs. Finding a Medicare Advantage plan can be easy if you do what I did. Make a quick call right now to learn more. Thank you.
800-433-3082. 800-433-3082. 800-433-3082. That's 800-433-3082.
Did you get those gnats, Tam?
Welcome in there. What's that? Did I get mad?
Did you get those gnats?
Oh, did you see?
Yeah,
there was a few things floating around my
you.
head out
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I am outside. I am in their world, but however,
you are in their world.
They were bugging me, so you got to do.
They
what
were
you gotta
here.
do.
They were there first, maybe, or not.
Well,
maybe not.
Shoo, go away, shoo. All right, let's see. Oh, new game today. Now, so this is a bit. So, okay, here's the deal with the game. I'm going to ask Nancy a question. She's got to tell me the answer. Now, these are specific answers, like it's question answers. So,
all right,
it might be a little tougher. We'll give you a little bit more thinking music, right, Matt? You got some thinking music.
I sure do.
her.
Yes.
All right. Are you ready?
And Matt, if you know the answer, feel free to shout it
to
out.
help Nancy.
To help me.
Yes, because we
Please,
all know.
Lord, help me.
Lord, oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? Let's see. This is.
You'll never forget that, will you?
No. Why should I?
Neither
Why?
will anyone that was in that room, I suppose.
Well, I'm sure that the priest has got more, or what he wanted a priest, or
Yeah,
whatever he was. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's move on, shall we?
Okay.
Let's. Okay, Nancy. For your first question, I find this. I know that's your thinking music. I like it. I like it. For your first question, we are looking at
the inaugural question.
This is very appropriate
The
too.
inaugural. Okay.
How? Let's see, Nancy.
Yeah.
Are a giraffe's front legs longer than its back legs? A giraffe. Are the front legs longer than the back legs?
Well, it sure seems like they are.
I'm not sure. Seems like is an option. Let's see.
I believe.
You think it's a yes?
I think that they are.
You are correct. Ding, 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 ding.
Sure looks like it.
Woo! I don't ring a bell, but
I got the first inaugural question right. Oh my gosh.
That's why I gave it to you, and it was giraffe ridden. So
I do. I am like a giraffe, though.
You do. Yes, you do relate to giraffes. I understand. Okay, Nancy, this one is a good one.
Okay.
How long does it take for blood to circulate through the body and return to the heart? How long does it take? This is fascinating to me. How long does it take blood to circulate through the body and get back into your little heart?
God.
I know it's a question, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a question. That is interesting too.
I know. What do you think?
And I don't know the answer, so
I know,
I'm gonna
but
use
take
my educated guess.
Take a stab.
I don't think it's long.
Okay.
Oh shoot.
Do you want me to give you multiple choices?
Can you please?
I can. Let's
Okay.
see. I gotta make these up, so give me 1 second.
Okay.
Let's see.
I love multiple choice.
I know it's so much easier. Let's see. We'll go with.
It's short. It's got to be short because.
Okay. Is it A, 15 seconds, B, 45 seconds, or C, 90 seconds?
15 seconds.
What
is
45
it?
45 seconds.
90?
45.
Oh, it's 45.
45 to circulate. Just less than a minute. That little
Yeah.
blood makes it. And it
That's
doesn't matter.
amazing.
Yeah, I think so.
That is amazing. 45 seconds. Okay.
That's right. That's your circulation. See what we learned today?
Yeah, it
How
was kind
time
of
is
going too a little quick with the 15 seconds, but
Well, I wanted to give you 3 options on
Yeah.
that one, young lady. I
Thank
can't
you.
always do
Appreciate
that,
it.
but I could do
no,
it.
no, I understand.
All right. Oh, Nancy.
Mm-hmm.
What did Time magazine call the invention of the year in 2007? The invention of the year. 2007. What were you doing in 2007? You weren't doing it with one of these. It was an
I wasn't?
invention. No, not, well, in 2007 you were. In 2006 you weren't because it wasn't around. It came out in 2007. We talked about it today.
We did.
We did. New one. is
Okay,
coming-
I was just gonna say.
What?
Would that be the actual iPhone?
That is it. Ding, 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 ding. Yes.
Because I know we had cell phones, but
Yep. The iPhone
the
itself.
iPhone
That's
was
right.
in 07.
That's right.
Okay.
Crazy. That's crazy talk.
'Kay.
Let's see. Okay, Nancy.
So you can give me hints.
I will. Because it's too hard to just come
it
out of
is.
your
It's
head
too
with
hard.
some of
It's
these,
too
yeah.
hard to grab these out of the air.
So I will hint as long as I can.
Especially when you have an airhead. I'm kidding.
Okay, moving on. How tall
Mm-hmm.
was Manute Bol, one of the tallest NBA players ever? How tall was he? I
I feel like he was probably close to 8 foot.
Well, okay.
7 foot. 7'10".
He was 7'7", very close. You only missed
Okay,
about 3
that's
inches.
not-
3
yeah.
inches. Yeah, not so bad. Not so bad.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm surprised he's only 7. I thought there'd be a crazy one out there.
Oh my goodness. Can Nancy? Can
Uh-huh.
all mammals jump? We
Can
know
all
white men
mammals
can't,
jump?
so can all
Right.
mammals jump? It's wacky. He's thinking.
No,
and
they can't.
That's correct. Ding, 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 ding,
You
ding.
know
Did
how I know that?
Did you think of a mammal?
Elefantes can't jump.
Mice kind of freak them out, but they don't really jump.
They
do
can't jump.
No. Them and white men.
Them
All
and
right.
white men, yeah.
That's right. Let's see. Nancy,
Mm-hmm.
how tall is the high side of the Leaning Tower of Pisa? Pisa.
Oh,
And how many?
sake.
They want to know in feet. How
What?
tall is the high side of the Leaning Tower of Pisa? You want me to give you some?
Let's just get the wah
options?
wah wah going.
Yeah, just put it on.
Should I? Can I give you options?
Yeah, give
maybe?
me options. Please give me options.
Okay. Let's see.
Hey, I'm doing better with these than I am with yes or no.
Well,
maybe maybe I should just stick to this.
Well, I'm giving you. I'm cheating.
You are
like
giving
crazy.
me hints.
Yeah. Okay, your options are how tall. Let me ask you that question one more time. Think you can get this at home if you're listening at home. How tall is the high side of the Leaning Tower of Pisa in feet? Is it A, 271 feet? Is it B, 150 feet? Or is it C, 186 feet? I'm thinking.
186 feet.
Correct. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, wow.
Good guess. You guessed very, very well on that
Thank
one.
you. Thank you.
You're
That was a
welcome.
guess.
You're welcome. Yes, that was very, very good. Very, very good. Okay. All right. Hey, Nancy.
Yeah.
What 3 letters can be found on the slider of almost all zippers in the world?
XYZ.
No. Is that true? Wah, 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 wah. That would be very funny, though. I like those letters better than these letters. Do you know what letters they are? They're YKK. If you have a zipper on right now, look at your zipper. Do you have a YKK?
I don't have a zippy on right
No,
now.
I don't have any zippies either. I don't know. Look at your zippers, everyone.
Okay. I
YKK.
did remember there was a Y in there, but
Yeah, XYZ, wasn't it, though?
it wasn't. It's a good guess, though.
It was. In fact, I like it better than what's actually on it.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Nancy.
Yeah.
What land animal has the biggest eyes? What land animal has the biggest eyeballs?
Biggest eyeballs.
Mm-hmm. What land animal has the biggest eyes? Do you want options?
I feel like the lions have. Oh wait, I know.
What?
Horses. Horses have huge eyes.
Oh,
come on, that was a good guess, man.
You know who has bigger eyes than a horse?
Who?
Ostrich.
I would never guess
On
that.
ostrich-
They do have the bug eyes, but they have the tiny head.
They're 2 inches in diameter, an ostrich
Jeez
eyeball.
Louise.
I know, 2
Okay.
inches. How big's that horse eye? Looks more than 2 inches.
Horses are big though, man.
Aren't they bigger? Well, the bigger the animal, the bigger the eyeball. But except the ostrich, he's not a big.
He's
Are
not
they?
a big animal, so you wouldn't assume that.
Well, I guess you could ride an ostrich if you had to. I mean, right?
Well, if you had to
If they-
escape something, sure.
Well, if they were cooperative, I guess.
if they had
it
a
would be-
saddle on them.
Mhm. Yeah, maybe if you put a saddle
A
on
little
an
saddle
ostrich,
on
I
the
might ride that
ostrich.
sucker. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll
You'd
have to
think
see.
that we were drinking, wouldn't you?
No.
But this all comes from au natural.
Yeah, this is the way it rolls with us, young lady. All right, let's move on. Move on.
Okay.
Wait. What you got that one wrong, right? I got.
Now these are interesting questions. I
Yeah, I
have to
know.
say, even
That's
if
why I
can't,
said I like these
you know,
questions.
they're fun. They're. I like to learn interesting things.
Well, I got one for you. Are you ready?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Do dogs with pointed ears hear better than dogs with floppy ears? Do dogs with pointed ears hear better than dogs with floppy ears?
I'm going to say that they do.
Yes, they do. Their ears are more open. Of course they do.
Yeah,
Ding, ding, ding.
I believe that that's right.
Look at you kicking Heine on me.
I
young
am. This
lady.
is. I am unbelievable.
You are unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Hey, Nancy.
Yeah.
What year was the first heart-shaped box of chocolates sold? What year was that?
Oh, how funny. Can I have a multiple choice on that?
Yes, you can.
Tammy?
You certainly may.
You might. Do you enjoy? I think you might enjoy giving me a multiple.
No, I don't.
choices.
But
Oh, you don't?
if it's a
Okay.
question that I can do it, I'll do it.
Okay, I thought you might enjoy that,
see.
but
And then okay, was it? Let me ask it again. What year was the first heart-shaped box of chocolates sold? Was it 1795? Was it 1861? Or was it 1902?
I'm wavering between the middle and the second and the last one.
Okay.
18. What'd you say?
1795 is A, B is 1861, and C is 1902.
Man, I'm between 1861 and 1902.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 1861.
You are correct. Ding, 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 ding. Yay! Oh, did you get the cheers? Oh, Nancy.
Oh,
Wait, you have to answer this one.
Okay.
What color are living human brains? What color are living human brains?
Pink.
Wah, 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 wah.
I thought because of the blood, you know.
Right. They're gray. They're gray.
Oh, that's why they say gray matter.
Yeah, well, no, gray matter's a whole nother thing that they're talking about. But all righty then. Well, happy music.
Gray,
Day.
that's gross.
We are bringing this show to a close. We appreciate you tuning in today. Tomorrow is Wednesday. It is what the heck Wednesday? I don't know what it is. It's I don't know what it is.
Wild Wednesday.
Wild Wednesday.
Wild Wednesday.
We will be back on Wild Wednesday. We'll see you then.
Bye,
Till
everybody.
Then, make good decisions. Bye-bye.
Here on WRMN AM 1410, we like to keep you informed and in tune to what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and what's going on here on WRMN. We recognize the importance of local radio to be a part of the conversation and to be a part of the community for the community.
You know, we talked about the importance of community theater, but supporting community radio is a big deal too. And, you know, for WRMN, this is a really cool thing that you guys do every day and a really important thing. You have to have a local media outlet to talk about what's going on in your town. So you guys do a nice job.
Tune in to AM 1410, WRMN. Don't forget, you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/WRMN Radio. Keep in tune and informed on what's happening here in the Fox River Valley, right here on WRMN.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 4 o'clock.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by VaxAssist.com. A Naperville man was charged with child pornography after a months-long investigation. 36-year-old Julian Zaborowski of the 1000 block of Heritage Drive was arrested on Friday. He faces 3 felony counts of dissemination of child pornography and 3 felony counts of possession of child pornography. Chrysler is recalling up to nearly 92,000 Jeep Grand Cherokee plug-in hybrid SUVs over a software error that could result in a loss of drive power. The recall applies to certain 2022 to 2026 models of the SUVs. The error can cause a vehicle to crash without prior warning due to an unexpected loss of propulsion, according to the recall report. A crash on I-55 in Will County early Sunday morning left 1 man dead and another person injured. The crash happened just before 3 a.m. on I-55 near Weber Road in Romeoville, according to Illinois State Police. Fox 32 reports troopers found the 2-vehicle crash in the southbound lanes involving a passenger car and a commercial vehicle. 2 people were taken to an area hospital with injuries. One of the individuals later died. The Will County coroner identified the victim as 22-year-old Derek Hernandez of Elgin. All southbound lanes were closed at IL-53 until a little after 8 a.m. The ISP was investigating the crash. 3 loaded guns and narcotics were recovered when Aurora police pulled a sedan over for a traffic stop August 30th near Route 30 and Route 31 in Montgomery. Special Operations Group investigators conducted the stop at about 10:57 p.m. after seeing a 2022 Nissan Sentra make multiple traffic violations. The car was occupied by 5 people, including 2 teens and 2 documented gang members. While searching the car, police say officers located 3 loaded semi-automatic handguns, 1 in the backpack of a 17-year-old boy, a 2nd in the waistband of a 16-year-old boy, and a 3rd under the front driver's seat. Police say a 21-year-old man from Aurora was carrying a small bag of suspected cocaine, and a 19-year-old man, also an Aurora resident, had an active warrant out for his arrest. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. There's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Plus, they're available for boys and girls. Get Find My Skechers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTags sold separately.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to handle the busy holiday season, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
I'm Nick Freeman, and here's what was happening in Elgin, our fair city, on September 9th, 1925. Leniency for Fane Seaforth, Marengo farmer, was shown in Judge Franklin's court in Chicago yesterday by Mrs. Belva Gartner, wealthy Chicago woman. Faye is alleged to have stolen diamond rings valued from $500 to $1,000. In the meantime, search will be made for Billy Ryan, who accompanied Miss Seafort when she is alleged to have taken the rings, and Jean Ross, by whom Mrs. Gartner's wedding ring was pawned for $250. Warrants were issued yesterday for the arrest of the pair. I don't want revenge, just my ring, stated Mrs. Gartner, who only a year.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. This afternoon, mostly sunny with a high near 75. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 56. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 79, with temperatures falling to around 76 in the afternoon. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy with a low around 58. Currently, it is 74 with mainly clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Youth football season is almost here. Elgin Steelers Youth Football and Cheer is now part of the prestigious Pop Warner League in Chicagoland. We're serving youth athletes of all ages, building character and fostering teamwork. Registration is now open, so don't miss out on the chance to be a part of a winning tradition. Multi-athletic registration discounts are available, and we're looking for dedicated volunteers to join our coaching staff. Shape the future of our youth. Plus, on April 14th, the Elgin Steelers Youth Football and Cheer start spring
Test
conditioning.
1
Get all the
2 1
details and
2.
register at elginsteelers.com. That's
Thanks, buddy.
elginsteelers.com. Go Steelers!
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. Their max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Hello, America, and good day to our friends around the world. This is a political talk show here on WRMN. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. I'll be taking you through today's political landscape, where we're going to talk about a few hot button issues here and there. I'm broadcasting live out of the Illinois Media School. That, of course, is the O'Hare campus. By the way, did you know that the Be On Air media schools were voted #1 media vocational school in the nation? So if you are looking of jumping into media and learning how to do all of that, head on over to beonair.com and find the 2 campuses here in the Chicagoland area in Illinois. Or if you live in another state, let's say Ohio or Florida or Colorado, we've got other schools that are over there as well. We teach a national curriculum by instructors. All the instructors that we have here on campus are currently working in their field, whether they are directors or they are engineers or they are on-air hosts or even camera operators or anybody that's like that. Every single instructor over here at the Illinois Media School is a member of the media, I guess, industry, or I guess I want to say guild or arena or something along those lines, because we are all part of it, all the instructors. So you head on over to beonair.com. You'll find it there. You're listening to WRMN. WRMN broadcasts a whole bunch of different places. That is on 1410 on the AM dial, probably the longest bit of broadcasting for WRMN. Since 1949, WRMN 1410 AM has been rocking and rolling over there. Not as recent, but it has been there for quite a bit. Is that online stream as well? You can go to WRMN1410.com, or you can go to the TuneIn app as well, where you are able to listen to the audio stream. That's been around for a couple years as well. But here recently, the YouTube side of things. We really appreciate everybody who supports us over there. If you are over there on YouTube land and you are watching or participating or jumping into the conversation, like our good friend Brendan is over here, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, my goodness, there has been a whopper of a court decision today, or not today, here recently, by SCOTUS. So we're going to talk about that. That's going to be our big story that we are rocking today. It is all about racial profiling, what ends up being an actual reason for probable cause. What is it based off of stop and frisk with Terry laws? All kinds of different things that we've got. Essentially, what ended up happening as far as the shadow docket is, to just cut to the chase, is Justice Kavanaugh wrote in a shadow docket that ethnicity or language, while not sufficient alone, may constitute relevant factors in assessing reasonable suspicion under the totality of circumstances. So we're going to go a little bit into that. All of the police officers or retired police officers, or anybody who worked with law, maybe a lawyer or anything like that, understands this totality of circumstances, or this probable cause or reasonable suspicion, right? You can't just be picked up for just doing stuff. Now, you're doing suspicious things, like, I don't know, all kinds of reasonable, odd, weird things that are out there that you would have reasonable suspicion that somebody was up to no good for that. So essentially what Justice Kavanaugh has said in as many words, and they're there directly quoted: ethnicity or language, while not sufficient alone, we can now add ethnicity or what language you speak to the overall. So let's say I'm leaving work and I stop by a gas station, and the boss lady doesn't like me to smoke at the house or in the car or anywhere else. So I hang out in a spot that isn't near the gas or anything like that, a designated smoking area, but it's 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm leaving a job. So now me standing over there is a little suspicious. 3 o'clock in the morning, what's a person just doing, hanging out in the middle of the night? That's a little bit suspicious. But now, as a ICE officer in this case that's here, they can now look at a person who's doing that and look at the race or what language they speak and add that to, is it more suspicious? That doesn't sit right with me. Now, if it's right here in the justice's own words: ethnicity or language, while not sufficient alone, may constitute relevant factors in assessing reasonable suspicion under the totality of circumstances. So now I can look at your race and add that to the pile of circumstances to see if it's reasonable or not. This is a complete turn of most people's understanding of how law enforcement and things are supposed to work. Brandon says Casey's is his favorite over there in South Elgin. I heard their breakfast pizza is the best one. Maybe I'm enjoying a good breakfast pizza at 3:30 in the morning. We've all been there before. So we're going to talk a little bit more about racial profiling in America, how it started, where everything was kind of moving towards in more of a more blanketed civil rights type of move. And with that, even in another hour, that's going to piggyback onto war. We've had a lot of wars here in the United States, and when I say in the United States, I mean that. Not necessarily foreign wars or all of the other trillions of dollars we've thrown out, but wars, domestic wars, wars on drugs, war on terror, war on immigrants, and now we're starting to see war on citizens. Don't believe me? Look at some of the White House tweets, and it's one of these things of, oh, Sonar, the you're always the Chicken Little, you're always the sky is falling, the doomer, and everything else that goes on here. But if I am supposed to take my president seriously, I am supposed to take the majority of everything he does seriously. Or if it's a joke of some sort, we have to look at what he might be joking at. I mean, for gosh sakes, President Obama used a selfie stick and wore a tan suit, and it was just mind-blowing how destructive it was to the seal of the presidency. And yet here we go over and over again that we can have AI-generated slop come out of the White House, and we're all just supposed to go, well, you know what? It's a hip new guy. He's not part of the establishment. You know, it's just the double standards are just mind blowing. And so this is what we're going to talk about. If you don't like it, sorry. This is one of those that if we strike a nerve with this, feel free to switch or go or change. It's just one of these things that we're going to call things as we see them. It's really hard to play referee when somebody is constantly banging on the referees. And here we are doing this as well. SCOTUS putting the referee together. But if you're going to yell at a referee, if you're going to say, no, UNO official rules say you cannot stack, then you need to actually follow it up. So this is what we're going to do. Instead of just blatantly say the justices are right or wrong or anything like that, like we do here on Apolitical Talk Show, we're going to walk through the facts and we're going to see where they lead us. We're not going to pick something and then go over there, because there may be jurisprudence on setting this, and there is. Terry stops and all of the others that are there, stop and frisk, they have been in that gray area of the Fourth Amendment. So now we're going to talk about it now in a Fourth Amendment type of side, in a racial type of lens that we haven't seen for decades. And we're seeing it here in modern America. Now, is it against the same people again? Possibly. The problem is it's always against people who have the hardest time fighting back. You're listening to Apolitical Talk Show. We will be back with more about SCOTUS's new shadow docket decision to keep racial profiling alive in America. We'll be right back after this. Political party poopers got you down? Shake it off and join me, Dennis Sonar Green, every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN for A Political Talk Show, where we cut through the doom and gloom with a focus on America first, constitutional values, and a populist perspective that puts you, the citizen, at the center of the conversation. At WRMN, the talk of the town, we're not afraid to challenge the status quo and bring you the straight talk you need. Whether you're frustrated with the political establishment or looking for a clear, some nonsense analysis, this show has you covered. Tune in. Let's take on the issues together with a fresh, unfiltered approach. Catch us every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN, A Political Talk Show. WRMN, the talk of the town.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
Hey Bears fans, want your business heard during every heart-pounding moment of the game? WRMN 1410 is now offering in-game ad spots for Chicago Bears broadcast. Be a part of the action as thousands of die-hard listeners tune in each week. Whether it's a touchdown, turnover, or a timeout, your message will be right there in the mix. Spots are limited and going fast. Call WRMN 1410 today at 847-741-7700 and score big with in-game advertising that delivers results. Get in the game with the Chicago Bears on WRMN AM 1410.
When your car is making a strange noise, no matter what it is, you can't just pretend it's not happening.
That's an interesting sound.
It's like your mental health. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's important to do something about it. It can be as simple as talking to someone in your community, or just taking a deep, calming breath when you need it. Nice. For mental health resources, check out loveyourmindtoday.org. At loveyourmindtoday.org, you'll find information that may help you get through a tough time. Things like tips for dealing with stress, how to navigate difficulties like financial worries, anger, substance use, and more. You can also find real stories of how people navigated their own mental health challenges. Because once you start to address the problem, you can go so much further. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to A Political Talk Show here on WRMN. Now, I get a lot of flack from people that say, well, Sodar, you just sit here and complain and just hate America. Now, the problem is I love America. What I don't like are people that tell me that I'm not in shape. Or people that tell me that I don't have something stuck in my teeth, right? The people that are like, yeah, you know what? Just keep eating donuts and sitting down watching TV all day. Yeah, you're doing fantastic. Just placation and just being oblivious to actually what's happening. It's one of those things that if we all turned around and were just like, you know what? We're just going to start doing harmful things and then just encouraging everybody to do those harmful things just because we're the best. It's delusional. It's delusional to sit here and continuously say that fighting against the guardrails, pushing the edges, unprecedented times. It's delusional. And I hate to be that guy. Maybe I like to be that guy. I don't know. I don't like doing it. I feel it's something we have to do. But to hold up the actual mirror, not the funhouse mirror that makes us look skinny, makes us beach ready. The actual mirror. And take a look at what we've been doing. Now, I get it. There may be people that salute the flag every single day, hand over their heart, loving America, every single bit of it, even people that have taken oaths. But just because you've taken an oath doesn't mean it's a blind oath. How many of you are in clubs? How many of you are in churches? How many of you are in groups that if you started to see those groups or those parties start to deteriorate, you wouldn't just say something? Regardless of how proud you are of being part of that group, your pride would, as Abraham Lincoln would put it, is the suicide pact. Can't rock the boat, even if the boat is going over the ledge. Niagara Falls, I guess, reference. So if you've got the time, it's only 31 pages or so for the Nome versus Vasquez Perdomo, Perdomo, and that's Secretary of Department of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem. And so this was put on the docket and came out yesterday, September 8th. I'll just put that in there now. We'll go ahead and date this recording. And so you could read the whole thing that's in here. It's in legalese a little bit. It's also in columns. So like you're maybe only reading 15 pages because of how tight they have. I guess they give you room for to take notes. But this was part of that crackdown where ICE agents were taking American citizens. And a lot of times for things like qualified immunity or police officers doing their job at the time, there has to be a legal set, right? Otherwise, you're breaking amendments or you're doing what have you. So what LA did through the ACLU is they sued based off of how ICE was discriminating based off of race and language or anything else. Jason Brian Gavida, I'm sorry, I'm butchering everybody's names. He was one of the people that is an American citizen that was told by ICE agents that it doesn't matter what you are. He had a license on him. He had his birth certificate on him. His mother showed up with copies of all of those things. And he was still arrested, detained, and everything. Not based off of anything other than his skin color and accent. So they were sued. And so LA, through the ACLU, turns around and says, okay, we are going to say that the ICE agents cannot racially profile. If they do apprehend somebody, it has to be through the same regular means instead of just stopping and detaining or Terry stop or any of those things, just purely based off of race. It has to be some sort of reasonable suspicion. And so it was appealed by Homeland Security, who the ICE work with, that they should be able to go to places and find people who look like the people they are after. And so in the shadow docket yesterday, Justice Kavanaugh wrote that they can actually profile and add it to the reasonable suspicion. In the history of racial profiling in America, law enforcement reveals a precedent and systemic tension between constitutional protections and discretionary state power. While legal doctrines and civil rights announcements have periodically sought to restrain racial discrimination and profiling practices, often justified through appeals or public safety, national security, or even immigration enforcement, they have consistently undermined this Republican concept of liberty as non-domination. When we come back, we are going to talk more about this decision, Nome versus Perdomo, which allows immigration enforcement actions particularly based on race and language.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by VaxAssist.com. 3 loaded guns and narcotics were recovered when Aurora police pulled a sedan over for a traffic stop August 30th near Route 30 and Route 31 in Montgomery. Special Operations Group investigators conducted the stop at about 10:57 p.m. after seeing a 2022 Nissan Sentra make multiple traffic violations. The car was occupied by 5 people, including 2 teens and 2 documented gang members. While searching the car, police say officers located 3 loaded semi-automatic handguns, 1 in the backpack of a 17-year-old boy, a second in the waistband of a 16-year-old boy, and a third under the front driver's seat. Police say a 21-year-old man from Aurora was carrying a small bag of suspected cocaine, and a 19-year-old man, also an Aurora resident, had an active warrant out for his arrest. A Naperville man was charged with child pornography after a months-long investigation. 36-year-old Julian Zaborowski of the 1000 block of Heritage Drive was arrested on Friday. He faces 3 felony counts of dissemination of child pornography and 3 felony counts of possession of child pornography. Chrysler is recalling up to nearly 92,000 Jeep Grand Cherokee plug-in hybrid SUVs over a software error that could result in a loss of drive power. The recall applies to certain 2022 to 2026 models of the SUVs. The error can cause a vehicle to crash without prior warning due to an unexpected loss of propulsion, according to the recall report. A crash on I-55 in Will County early Sunday morning left 1 man dead and another person injured. The crash happened just before 3 a.m. on I-55 near Weber Road in Romeoville, according to Illinois State Police. Fox 32 reports troopers found the 2-vehicle crash in the southbound lanes involving a passenger car and a commercial vehicle. 2 people were taken to an area hospital with injuries. One of the individuals later died. The Will County coroner identified the victim as 22-year-old Derek Hernandez of Elgin. All southbound lanes were closed at IL-53 until a little after 8 a.m. The ISP was investigating the crash. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money, because you're in charge. Today, you're going to pay down your credit card bill. But you decide when you'll pay it. Before the due date, so those interest charges don't get you. But you decide if you pay it in full. But you definitely should, because again, interest charges. With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
For nearly 50 years, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council and Kane Senior Council have been dedicated to serving seniors in DuPage and Kane counties. Established in 1975, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council is a volunteer-driven 501c3 non-for-profit organization committed to helping older adults live with dignity. From providing nutritious meals to offering support services, the Kane Senior Council is there every step of the way. With programs designed to enhance independence and quality of life, they're proud to make a difference in the lives of their senior neighbors. To learn more or to volunteer, visit them at 418B Airport Road in Elgin or head to their website at caneseniorcouncil.org. Give them a call at 630-338-0999. That's 630-338-0999. That's the Kane Senior Council, caring for seniors because they deserve to live with dignity and respect. Visit caneseniorcouncil.org or call 630-338-0999 today.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. This afternoon, mostly sunny with a high near 75. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 56. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 79, with temperatures falling to around 76 in the afternoon. Looking ahead to Thursday, sunny with a high near 82. Currently, it is 73 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. There's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Plus, they're available for boys and girls. Get Find My Skechers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTags sold separately.
Welcome back to a political talk show here on WRMN. We're going through SCOTUS and some of the decisions that SCOTUS has made recently. Currently on the shadow docket, we just got a decision put out by Justice Kavanaugh. And you could read it for yourself. It's easy enough to do. You can go to supremecourt.gov and find the /opinions that are there. This would be cite as 606 US of 2025. This is number 25A169 for those of you that are keeping score at home. It's easy enough to go read. Again, like I told you, it's about 31 pages or so, but it's only like half the page because it's in a weird column. If you've ever read some of the court transcripts or some of the court decisions that come out, I don't know. Somebody's got to explain to me why there's so much extra white space on it. I don't know if it's for annotation or what. I have no idea the formatting of it. I guess I should bring on a judge, but it's something that you can easily read. Again, you can go to supremecourt.gov directly, or you can, of course, use whatever your favorite search engine is. And so what is essentially happening is we're going to talk about the legal, institutional, and civic evolution of this racial profiling. Now, we can go into the slave patrols, the early militia laws, the 18th century, 19th century side of things. Immediately after the Civil War as well, for post-Reconstruction, you're looking at Jim Crow laws on that same side. But what I really want to hit on is when the Supreme Court started stepping in. Now, obviously, back in the day, law enforcement served as a front line for all of these enforcements once it was the Jim Crow and post-Reconstruction. So law enforcement served as the front line of this order, and it was vague laws of vagrancy or loitering, right? Is subjective type of things. Is it loitering if I hang out for 20 minutes, or is it loitering if I hang out for an hour? Is it 2 hours? Where's the loitering type of side for things? Is it as long as the establishment says that I could be there? It's just one of those interpretive type of things. And I understand that law enforcement needs their tools. They need to be able to investigate. They need to be able to stop suspicious activity or stop criminal activity while it is suspicious, right? Why wait until somebody is burgled when I can catch the guy breaking into the window, right? You're already acting suspicious, casing somebody's house or in somebody's backyard. Now we can look and stop and explain. You know what I mean? It's that type of side to it. But suspicious behavior versus suspicious looking person is a completely different sidestep for each other. And when we start looking at suspicious looking people, he looked suspicious. That's completely different than he act suspicious. He looked suspicious while he was acting. That's where this gray area that they love to live in. And by they, I mean people who use racial profiling. People that turn around and say, you shouldn't be in this neighborhood. Not because of the actions that they are doing in that neighborhood, but because of the way that they look. And according to SCOTUS, that's okay, which is despicable. Landmark Supreme Court decisions that we have all applauded for decades, over 50 years. Brown versus the Board of Education declared racial segregation in public education unconstitutional. Mapp versus Ohio, 1961, applied to the exclusionary rule to states strengthening the Fourth Amendment protections. And yet again, here we are defending our own Constitution against our own SCOTUS. Plain language of the Constitution being sidestepped by interpretation. Miranda versus Arizona. We all know this one. Despite these gains, policing remained racially biased. In 1968, the national survey revealed that 81% of black respondents believed law enforcement was biased against them, and for good reason. They were. And this is the issue, that even the war on drugs, which we'll talk about in the second hour here, and the broken windows policy of the 1980s and the 1990s. Terry versus Ohio, 1968, we keep bringing it up, but it upheld the constitutionality of stop and frisk based on reasonable suspicion. So I can stop and frisk. I can say, hey, let me see what's going on. I can ask you questions. I can investigate as a police officer. But this allowed significant officer discretion, because how else are you going to do it? He looks suspicious. It's an interpretation issue again. To me, I don't believe stop and frisk is one of those things that we should have. Now, there are people that argue with me all the time, and that's okay. I believe it's a direct violation of the plain language of the Fourth Amendment. Now, I'm actively with a crowbar on somebody else's car, or you watched me commit the crime, then by all means, that has already gone out. You're no longer suspicious of me of doing crimes. I have already begun to do the crime. Anything before that is a violation of my Fourth Amendment. Now, is that going to stand? Not so much in Terry versus Ohio. And that's part of the concessions that we have here living in a republic. Do I submit to Terry versus Ohio? Absolutely. Because I still have say within my own government. To me, liberty is not the government not messing with me. It's the government not messing with me on a whim. Wren versus the United States, even in 1996, held that officers' subjective intent, even if racial motivation, is irrelevant if there is an objective legal bias for the stop. This ruling effectively insulated racial pretext from legal scrutiny. Now, do people use it ad hoc? Okay, well, here we go. We got the we got them off of this, and who cares how it started? Who cares what the motivation was? We still found the crime. Justice Scalia, for the majority in Wren, argued that, quote, the Constitution does not guarantee the right to be free from investigation. Now, I don't know if I have to necessarily read the Fourth Amendment, but investigation to me sounds like search. Asking me questions sounds like the Fifth Amendment violation. Now, Justice Scalia and I don't really agree on a lot of things, but I would imagine an investigation violates the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause supported by the oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. Free from investigation to me. But again, SCOTUS making their side of things. The war on drugs disproportionately targeted minority communities. A 2000 Human Rights Watch report found that black men were 13 times more likely to be in prison for drug offenses than white men, despite similar usage rates. Broken windows policing, popularized by George Kelling and James Q. Wilson, encouraged aggressive enforcement of minor infractions to deter more serious crime. This led to frequent discretionary stops, especially in communities of color. In New York, stop and frisk reached its peak in 2011 with over 685,000 stops, 87% of which targeted Black or Latino individuals. These policing strategies concentrated arbitrary power in local officers without adequate constitutional restraint or civic accountability. Unchecked expansion of this discretion facilitates domination in a form of surveillance, arrest, incarceration without meaningful civic justification. Now, even in Nome versus Perdomo, there are some citations. There are some of these same arguments in this. The Department of Homeland Security established in 2002 Consolidated Immigration Enforcement under ICE. In the years following, ICE operations expanded dramatically. Between 2003 and 2019, ICE made over 5 million arrests, many through workplace raids or home enforcement. A 2018 ACLU report that 63% of ICE arrests in community settings were based on racial appearance or Spanish language usage. Hannah Arendt warned that a moment we no longer have free press, anything can happen. And what we are seeing here are people who are protesting and filming getting picked up. And a lot of it is because the way they look and the way that they talk. We've seen reporters even here in Chicago get picked up. Reporters, everybody's a reporter. So you can put the label on whoever you want to. People who have filmed and getting picked up. Asked deliberately, where did they go? Where are you taking them? Who are you? Well, somebody with a mask, a chest plate that says police on it, and a White Sox cap. What would you do if a police officer came up to you wearing Crocs and the latest, I don't know, Bears hat or a cheese hat? Said, you're under arrest. Come with me. Get into this van that we don't have marked in any kind of way. How did that make you feel? This Supreme Court decision of Nome versus Perdomo is in response to President Trump's 2025 executive directive, where ICE resumed aggressive immigration enforcement in Los Angeles. A federal district court blocked ICE from relying on race or language or work location in making immigration stops. Biden-appointed Ninth Circuit panel upheld the injunction, citing, of course, constitutional concerns. And the majority opinion, through Justice Kavanaugh, overturned that injunction via emergency stay on the shadow docket. So yet again, instead of making a decision, we have SCOTUS turning around and just saying, well, you know what? No, what you did was wrong, but we're not going to make a decision on it. And if anybody else brings this up, we're just going to tell them to cool it too. The ruling cited United States versus Bregoni Ponce from 1975, where the court allowed ethnicity to be one factor in broader adjacent stops. The court's unsigned opinion avoided addressing the constitutional question directly, like always. Instead of actually telling us what the Constitution's supposed to be, interpret it like they're supposed to, what they would rather do is stay the case and let the executive do whatever they want to. Shame on you, SCOTUS. Look, if you want to make this case, if you want to say that ethnicity or language, while not sufficient alone, may constitute relevant factors in assessing reasonable suspicion under the totality of circumstances, your direct quote, if you want to say that, back that crap up. Show me in the Constitution where that is legal. And I'll show you 3 different places where it's not. Sotomayor warned that ruling, quote, invites legitimizes a regime of racial profiling with no clear limits. She wrote, to detain individuals based on the color of their skin or the language they speak is a betrayal to the Constitution's promise of equal protection. The dissent emphasized the Fourth Amendment protections must not be suspended based on mutable label of, quote, immigration enforcement. As Benjamin Franklin said, those that would sacrifice liberty for security deserve neither. If you want to continue and tell us that we are in a state of emergency over and over and over again, and we need to break the Constitution, and we need to go against jurisprudence, and we need to go against the rule of law, do not get mad at me when I call you an authoritarian. Do not get mad at me when I tell you that you are running away with power. By your own admission, you're taking that power. The ruling weakens the individualized suspicion standards established in Terry versus Ohio and substitutes it with amorphous totality tests that risk arbitrariness, right? Even that sentence is hard to say because of how ambiguous it is. The use of the shadow docket, again, without a full briefing or oral arguments, undermines once again the court's deliberative role and violates the due process norms. This decision fails to uphold liberty as non-domination. The discretionary power granted to the ICE agents enables arbitrary interference without institutional accountability. And as civic Republican Philip Parrott argues, a person suffers domination to the extent that others have the capacity to interfere arbitrarily in their affairs. Without checks on discretionary power, constitutionalism dissolves into mere proceduralism. As long as the paperwork lines up, we can do whatever the hell we want to. Hippie J coming in. Glad that you're there, buddy. Hit that like button, I see as well. Chat says the police have always been pulling my father-in-law and me, profiling us because long hair and beard. Yeah. It's because you look suspicious, not act suspicious. You look suspicious. What is it to look suspicious? But the history of racial profiling in American law enforcement is a story of domination cloaked in legality. From the slave patrols to stop and frisk, and now to race-based immigration enforcement, the law has too often permitted, if not encouraged, the arbitrary exercise of power against racial minorities. And the 2025 Supreme Court decision in Nome versus Perdomo marks a continuation of this pattern. Though it may not be legally justified through procedural or doctrinal precedent, it stands in sharp opposition to the foundational principles of Republican liberty: freedom from arbitrary power, equal civil status, and constitutionally structured accountability. Show me where that is in this decision. When we come back, we are going to talk about the war. The Department of War. No, more about the war here in America. Of course, we're talking about the war on drugs, the war on terror, the war on immigrants, and now the war on citizens. Chicago-geddon? I can't remember what the actual post was, but there was a cowboy hat and Chicago was on fire, and we are now, I guess, going to find out why they call it the Department of War. I don't know. A lot of times this stuff is ridiculous. Stick around, more Apolitical Talk Show after this.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 5 o'clock.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by VaxAssist.com. A crash on I-55 in Will County early Sunday morning left one man dead and another person injured. The crash happened just before 3 a.m. on I-55 near Weber Road in Romeoville, according to Illinois State Police. Fox 32 reports troopers found the two-vehicle crash in the southbound lanes involving a passenger car and a commercial vehicle. Two people were taken to an area hospital with injuries. One of the individuals later died. The Will County coroner identified the victim as 22-year-old Derek Hernandez of Elgin. All southbound lanes were closed at IL-53 until a little after 8 a.m. The ISP was investigating the crash. 3 loaded guns and narcotics were recovered when Aurora police pulled a sedan over for a traffic stop August 30th near Route 30 and Route 31 in Montgomery. Special Operations Group investigators conducted the stop at about 10:57 p.m. after seeing a 2022 Nissan Sentra make multiple traffic violations. The car was occupied by 5 people, including 2 teens and 2 documented gang members. While searching the car, police say officers located 3 loaded semi-automatic handguns, one in the backpack of a 17-year-old boy, a second in the waistband of a 16-year-old boy, and a third under the front driver's seat. Police say a 21-year-old man from Aurora was carrying a small bag of suspected cocaine, and a 19-year-old man, also an Aurora resident, had an active warrant out for his arrest. A Naperville man was charged with child pornography after a months-long investigation. 36-year-old Julian Zaborowski of the 1000 block of Heritage Drive was arrested on Friday. He faces 3 felony counts of dissemination of child pornography and 3 felony counts of possession of child pornography. Chrysler is recalling up to nearly 92,000 Jeep Grand Cherokee plug-in hybrid SUVs over a software error that could result in a loss of drive power. The recall applies to certain 2022 to 2026 models of the SUVs. The error can cause a vehicle to crash without prior warning due to an unexpected loss of propulsion, according to the recall report. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
I'm Nick Freeman, and here's what was happening in Elgin, our fair city, on September 9th, 1925. Leniency for Fane Seaforth, Marengo farmer, was shown in Judge Franklin's court in Chicago yesterday by Mrs. Belva Gartner, wealthy Chicago woman. Faye is alleged to have stolen diamond rings valued from $500 to $1,000. In the meantime, search will be made for Billy Ryan, who accompanied Miss Seafort when she is alleged to have taken the rings, and Jean Ross, by whom Mrs. Gartner's wedding ring was pawned for $250. Warrants were issued yesterday for the arrest of the pair. I don't want revenge, just my ring, stated Mrs. Gartner, who only a
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. This afternoon, mostly sunny with a high near 75. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 56. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 79, with temperatures falling to around 76 in the afternoon. Looking ahead to Thursday, sunny with a high near 82. Currently, it is 73 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. There's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Plus, they're available for boys and girls. Get Find My Skechers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTags sold separately.
Listen this Sunday afternoon to Handle on the Law.
I know we're at an at-will date, but for making a comment, like, hey, your hair looks good. And then I got a call from HR saying, hey, you know what, you're under investigation. Do I have any recourse?
Were you fired?
No, not yet.
The problem, Eddie, is they can fire you for any reason they want. They literally can wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm a little bored this morning. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire Eddie for no reason. Yup, he can do that. Yeah, that's California. Yep, welcome.
It's Handle on the Law this Sunday afternoon from 4 to 7 right here on WRMN.
For a little lighthearted lawlessness on Sunday afternoons, listen to Handle on the Law from 4 to 7 p.m. Handle on the Law is a unique combination of useful legal advice and outrageous handle remarks. Whether you're talking about Big Brother, big business, big legal problems, or Big Macs, you'll rarely find Bill without an opinion. His rapid-fire commentary gives listeners the information they crave in the way they crave it. It's Handle on the Law, Sunday afternoons from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Hello, America, and good day to our friends around the world. This is a political talk show here on WRMN. That's WRMN 1410 on the AM dial, and of course, WRMN1410.com over there on the digital dial. I guess you can call that the internet. But I welcome you in. My name is Dennis Green, and we've got a fantastic discussion that we are going to go over today. We did just get done talking a little bit about SCOTUS's new decision, and that decision is, I think, terrible. Now, you can read it for yourself. Nome, again, versus Perdomo, I believe. Perdomo, Perdomo, and you can read that from supremecourt.gov. But I want to talk about a different type of, I guess, conflict is the best way to describe it. We've had wars on things, right? When you think about war, a lot of times you think about You think about the war on maybe the Nazis in World War II, or the Axis versus the Allies, or you talk about the Vietnam War, you talk about the Civil War, the War of 1812, or the French Indian War, or the Spanish American War. Like, you always think about war as factions, right? Of if you even take it back to colonial times, you take it to the standing next to each other and volleys going back and forth, war, or Saving Private Ryan on the beach, war, guns, and all kinds of different things. Now, war can be waged a few different ways, not just with guns. It could be waged with airplanes, it could be waged with tanks, it could be waged not even just with munitions, it can be waged cyberly. It could be waged with a siege. It could be waged with a famine. It could be waged with a chemical. It could be all kinds of these different things. But here in the United States, we have an export of war. We're good at war. We figured out how to be profitable at war when we declare war on things. There's been a time where we've had an incredible economic change when there's war, for the better. We get economic change. That's where the military-industrial complex comes in. More money to Lockheed Martin, more money for troops, more money to spend, more money to do, et cetera, spend and spend. But what nobody ever talks about is the war on the figmented, right? The ethereal, the war on drugs, the war on terror, the war on the immigration, war on crime. So what makes it crime is that it is already illegal. Don't need to make it double illegal. But it's never the war on the thing. It's never the war on drugs. It's never the war on terror. It's never the war on immigration or the war on crime that suffers from it. It's always us. It's always in the, won't somebody think of the children? Won't we have a more moral type of country? You never seem to think about that when we're talking about fiscal responsibility for future generations. Let's get that down the road. The war on drugs, though, that's that. Not where are all these people going to live in 40 years? Not how are we going to sustain job growth and job payments and reciprocal and comparable wages to the growth of anything if we destroy these unions. No. We need to attack weed. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, not cocaine. We need to go after crack cocaine, because those are two different lifestyles, and we can't possibly upset one of those lifestyles. And so I don't want to sit here again and beat up on America. America's fantastic. I love my country. I also thought, Hippie J, that this administration was going to reschedule cannabis. I also thought the last administration was going to declassify it or reschedule it. And I thought the administration before that was going to do it. And the administration before that was going to do it. You know why? They can't. Read the 13th Amendment, my friend. They need people incarcerated, because that's the only place where slavery is legal, is if you are incarcerated. This is why the war on drugs and the war on terror and the war on immigrants and the war on crime have all blossomed. We don't have sweatshops and slave labor here in the United States unless you are in prison. The more people in prison, the more people enslaved, the more people in sweatshops, the more people that have to work. In some states, you are required to work. And guess what else you can do? You can build prisons in rural districts so that you can offset population from the cities. So you don't like the blue states getting all of the votes and all of the recognition? Well, plop a federal penitentiary in your random county, and then population boom. And you don't have to worry about any of those people voting for the guy you don't want because they can't vote, but they're counted as the population. You see the trick? Do you see how they do it? People, largest part of human trafficking. Now, when you put it that way, Sodar, you make us all sound like, okay, I'm not sitting here going to split hairs over the semantics of everything that I'm talking about. But what I am trying to get across to you is that there are incentivization for incarceration. The more laws that we have for the little guy, the less we have to worry about them rising up, breaking down the system, questioning why. If we make everybody a felon and we make everybody a terrorist and we make everybody MS-13, then we're justified in all of the garbage that we do when we take their rights away. If we tell them they're a drug dealer, or we say that they're a terrorist, or we say that they're an immigrant, or we say they're a criminal, as long as we say that they are, even after we've already blown up their boat, then we can throw the evidence around all we want to. The history of the United States since the latter half of the 20th century can be traced through a series of declared wars. Not against foreign adversaries, but against its own people or communities within its borders. Now, again, I'm not going to tell you that I hate America. I love America. I swore an oath to the Constitution. I didn't swear an oath to a flag. I didn't swear an oath to a person. I didn't swear an oath to a regime. I didn't swear an oath to a branch. I didn't swear an oath to nothing but the Constitution. And if you are going to trample on my beloved Constitution, then you are an enemy to the Constitution. And I'm going to call you out as I call out anyone who would be that. And I believe that all of these wars together are a war on the Constitution. There's a reason why they are pushing so hard on these guardrails. Again, I'm going to take it back to Uno, or the 3-point shot. If I don't know the 3-point shot exists, I'm going to be real mad that guy got 3 points when they shot it in and I only got 2. Or the other way around is somebody who plays Uno with you and they say, yeah, I can stack on there. Double stack, yeah, +2, you got to draw 2, or not unless I have a 2, then I can stack it. If you didn't know the official rules of Uno, if you didn't have a pocket Uno rules, then you might turn around and go, yeah, you know what? I have heard that before. I have heard that you can just throw the stack down. You could just put it right on top. You can't. It's against the rules. Uno's official rules. They're official standing. But if you don't know that, if you're not aware of your rights, if you're not aware that you have the Bill of Rights, if you're not aware that the states have sovereignty over the federal government, if you're not aware that the 13th Amendment abolishes slavery except for incarceration, if you're not aware of all of these rules, then they will trick you every single time. I don't say these things so that I can just get my jollies off because I know more than everyone else. I don't know anything. So I have to reference, I have to check, I have to walk through life in a skeptical mind, as should everyone. Ronald Reagan himself said, trust but verify. Much as I don't like the guy, I do quote him often. Beginning with the war on drugs in the 1970s, expanding through the war on terror, intensifying with the war on immigration in the past 2 decades, and culminating now on the war on citizens. Don't believe me? Take a look at this. I'm going to pull up the screen right now. Here it is. This was a direct tweet from, or a direct post from our POTUS. It is him with a hat. It says Chipocalypse Now, and says, I love the smell of deportations in the morning. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War. I ask this question often these days. Would you have let Joe Biden post something like this? I've brought it up before as well. There was a giant head explosion when President Obama used a selfie stick. And it was all about how this just is beneath the President of the United States. The office of the President of the United States must be held to the utmost. Yeah, AI slop like this, and then a declaration of war against Chicago. I love the smell of deportations in the morning. Are you kidding me with that? Where are you? Where are you? Those that can't handle a tan suit. Where are you? Those that a president makes an announcement while eating ice cream. Where are you? Where did you go? The war on drugs, the war on terror, the war on immigration, the war on citizens. These campaigns reveal a steady erosion of rights and civic equality. Each stage normalized practices that once seemed exceptional. Militarized policing, arbitrary detention, suspension of constitutional rights, executives' creeping use of war rhetoric against domestic populations. What begins as targeted enforcement gradually widened into the political of internal war. The entire categories of people, now entire cities, are treated as adversaries. Let's begin with the war on drugs. The Controlled Substances Act of 1970 and President Nixon's 1971 declaration that drug abuse was, quote, public enemy number one. It inaugurated the war on drugs. Reagan escalated the conflict in the 1980s, championing mandatory minimum sentences and dramatically increasing federal funding for law enforcement. The Anti-Drug Abuse Act of 1986 instituted the notorious 100-to-1 sentencing disparity between crack and powder cocaine. Clinton's 1994 crime bill further entrenched mass incarceration through funding for prisons and the expansion of the three strikes law. The results were staggering. Between 1980 and 2000, the U.S. prison population tripled, with drug offenses accounting for the majority of federal incarcerations. Possession. By the mid-1990s, Black Americans were imprisoned for drug offenses at rates up to 13 times higher than whites, despite similar rates of drug use. The U.S. became the world's leader in incarceration, with over 2 million people behind bars by 2000. The war on drugs reshaped constitutional protections. The Fourth Amendment shield against unreasonable searches was eroded through practices like stop and frisk and consent searches. Asset forfeiture laws allowed property to be seized without criminal conviction, undermining due process under the Fifth and 14th Amendments. Felony convictions triggered widespread disenfranchisement, stripping millions of voting rights. Entire communities disproportionately poor and minority were rendered vulnerable to domination. Republican liberty, again understood as freedom from arbitrary power. Where are you, Republicans? Republican liberty, freedom from arbitrary power. It should not be one person, one group, one anything making the decisions arbitrarily. We have rules, we have systems, and we have processes. But this Republican liberty was destroyed in practice as citizens became subject of suspicion, surveillance, and disenfranchisement. The Republic fractured internally by tolerating a dual system of citizenship. The next war, the war on terror. We're coming up to the anniversary, September 11th. The terrorist attacks of September 11th produced another decisive turn. Congress passed the USA Patriot Act within weeks, granting sweeping surveillance powers to federal agencies. They already had this act ready to go. The 2001 authorization for use of military force gave the president vast discretion to wage military action against suspected terrorists without geographic or temporal limits. The Department of Homeland Security was created in 2002, fusing intelligence and policing functions. You don't think that it was right that the U.S. government blew up alleged drug dealers in their boat off the coast of Venezuela? Look at the authorization for use of military force. We can say it's a war crime, but that is what the authorization for use of military force, which gave the president vast discretion to wage military action against suspected terrorists. It gave the president the ability to commit war crimes. And yet again, we turned our head. We looked the other way. More than 1,200 non-citizens were detained within weeks following 9/11. Many held without charges for months. By 2013, over 750,000 individuals were on the federal terrorist watch list, often without transparent criteria. The NSA's prison program collected data on millions of Americans and their communications. Surveillance of mosques and Muslim American communities intensified. The war on terror undermined the First Amendment rights by chilling free association and religious expression. The Fourth Amendment was gutted by warrantless wiretapping and bulk data collection. Most starkly, habeas corpus protections were curtailed. Non-citizens held at Gitmo. They were denied judicial review until the Supreme Court partially intervened in cases like Hamandi versus Rumsfeld. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that all terrorists are good and bad and whatever else that goes on. My problem is we have rules. We have the rule of law in this republic. If you don't follow them, what good is having a constitution? More apolitical talk show after this.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by VaxAssist.com. 3 loaded guns and narcotics were recovered when Aurora police pulled a sedan over for a traffic stop.
Thanks for being here, Hippie J. I appreciate it. Brendan's over there, too.
Operations Group investigators
all kinds of good stuff.
About 10:57
appreciate you
p.m.
all
after seeing a
over there.
2022 Nissan Sentra make multiple traffic violations. The car was occupied by 5 people.
I know it's one of those subjects. I get it. I absolutely understand. It's one of those subjects that is really hard to talk about. It's something that it's that undercurrent of almost everything.
Police say a 21-year-old man from
But we want to make sure that we're aware of it.
Also, an Aurora resident had an active warrant out for his arrest. A Naperville man was charged with child
because
pornography
it's I don't know. For the biggest side of it is being able to recognize when we're losing
dissemination of
our
child
rights.
pornography and 3 felony counts of possession of child pornography.
How often do
Chrysler is
you use
recalling
the
up to
right
nearly 92,000 Jeep Grand Cherokee
to
plug-in
be
hybrid
silent, right?
SUVs over a
How
software
often
error
do
and could
you,
result in a loss of drive
I don't know,
power.
use the right of assembly, right? Or know that that's what we're doing.
SUVs. The error can cause
We
a vehicle
use
to
our
crash
voices.
without prior warning due to an
How we
unexpected
know
loss of
that
propulsion,
these are the
according to a
rights.
recall report. A crash
So,
on I-55
that's
in
it.
Will County
Just trying
Sunday
to
morning left 1 man dead and another person
hopefully
injured. The crash happened
shine
just
some
before
light
3
on some
a.m.
of the stuff
I-55
that
near Weber
that we've
Road
got
in
going on.
Rodeoville.
Yeah, I've got
According to Illinois State
the
Police,
post
Fox
up right
32
now.
reports troopers found
Yeah,
the
that's
two-vehicle crash in the
the
southbound lanes
president. The
involving a
president
passenger
put that
car
out.
and a commercial vehicle. 2 people were taken to an area
Not to
hospital
mention
with
the
injuries. One of the individuals later died. The Will County
Chicago
coroner identified
about-
the victim as 22-year-old Derek
There's
Hernandez
no
of
verb.
Elgin. All southbound lanes were closed at IL-53
an understood
until
verb?
after
Ugh,
8 a.m.
gross.
The ISP was investigating the crash. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River
Thanks for
Valley.
watching. I appreciate everybody over there. Hit that like and subscribe if you get a chance to. Appreciate all of the people that have already been over there. You know what? I'm gonna
But
like
you
it
decide
too.
when you'll pay it. Before the due date, so those interest charges don't get you.
Sox game tonight coming up
Pay it in full.
at the top of the hour.
Again, interest charges.
So,
Progressive's Name Your Price tool
if
will
you're
help you find
tired of
coverage
hearing
at a
me
fair
scream,
price. And then you're in
then
charge.
listen to some Sox. If you want to hear more screaming from me, there are plenty of other playlists. I do the 10 o'clock news as well. If you want to hop on that one, that one's definitely not as politically charged as this one. It's all news.
I'm taking charge of my cholesterol.
Local news, if you like that.
Cholesterol formula. Cholesterol's natural.
We're headed back here in just a moment. I'll be with you on the other side.
To diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
At Britain's Touchless Car Wash, they know life gets busy. That's why they're here 24/7 to keep your car looking spotless, fast, and easy. Their advanced brush-free wash technology delivers a sparkling clean without a single scratch, because they treat your car like it's their own. Here's the best part. Right now, you can get a free car wash just for joining their text club. It's simple. Just text BRITT to 30400, and your first wash is on them. Britain's Touchless Car Wash has two convenient locations, 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin and 555 Willow in West Dundee. They're proud to keep your car clean while giving back to our community. Text BRITT to 30400. That's BRITT to 30400 now for your free car wash, and see why Britain's Touchless Car Wash is the fast, gentle, and reliable choice.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 56. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 79, and temperatures falling to around 76 in the afternoon. Looking ahead to Thursday, sunny with a high near 82. Currently, it is 74 with mainly clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Your home equity could vanish almost overnight, stolen by scammers who forge a deed and transfer it out of your name. The FBI calls it house stealing, and the worst part is you may not know it until it's too late. Find out if you're already a victim now at HomeTitleLock.com. Use promo code RADIO for a 30-day free trial, a title scan, and access to a title specialist, a $250 value. Go to HomeTitleLock.com now. Promo code RADIO.
Welcome back to a political talk show here on WRMN. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. You can find me out there on the internets. You can even send me a message, sonar at WRMN1410.com. I also do the 10 o'clock news. It's a great thing that we're putting together. It's all, for the most part, all local focused. We do kind of dip our toes a little bit into the regional side of Illinois and sometimes the Chicagoland area or Illinois in a broader sense. We also will maybe talk about something national, but more for that local type of focus for it. It's as apolitical of a news broadcast as we possibly can. I know this show's called A Political Talk Show. It's more of a play on words on that. The A has a space in between. But for the 10 o'clock news, we like to run down local stories about data centers or maybe expansions in other business sectors. Or what we'll do is we'll talk about maybe some crimes or maybe some of the filings that some people have, whether they're running for council or a board, or maybe school districts and things. So it's a little bit more focused in the Fox River Valley aspect of it, where here a political talk show is a little bit more of a national aspect. We are trying to get more of a local feel here on a political talk show as well. That usually comes closer to the election season, where I can start pulling in candidates. I think as we get closer to the 26th election, we're already starting to see some people throw their hat into a few different places. So I think once we start kind of into 26 anyway, I think we're going to start bringing in a few more political leaders on the local end, because as far as politics locally, it's hard to report politics locally without it sounding more like gossip. And honestly, I don't want to set up a gossip column. I want to set up a political focused type of discussion like we do here. So we kind of have to tread a little bit lighter, because a lot of times when we talk about the federal government, or we talk about the larger federal administration or anything like that, it is more in of a lens of all of us through the nation, versus, okay, they are actually my representative for this area. It's like if we were going to bring Tammy Duckworth in, or Durbin, or somebody like that onto the show. Now, I have interviewed quite a few people. Director Pretwinkle. I've had a couple of Illinois lobbyists on before. I haven't had a chance to talk with the governor or anybody necessarily too high on things, but we have had some people from the state representative, or even from the lobbyist wing of things. So we are going to try to bring more of that back into the Kane, or the West Cook County, or McHenry, all of this other area that's over here. So we want to make sure that we're able to get that message out locally, for a local message as well. So stick around if you've got a way to do it. Hippie Jay's watching from Southern Ohio. Hey, that's where I grew up, buddy. That's why I don't have this nondescript accent. Mike Rowe as well. Same type of voice, type of side. I think it's because we get everything that's over there. But yeah, in that same area, Southern Ohio. Cincinnati is where my sister still lives, over there. Hippie J says, I subbed and I watched the morning show on my days off. Get the channel. That's it, man. Free for you, man. We're gonna get that show right over for you. So we're talking about the war on things, right? The war on terror, the war on drugs, the war on all of these different facets of things. Now, the war on drugs and the war on terror are a little bit of that. Again, we knew it was going to be ambiguous. But even then, like, I joined the military in 2003. And even in 2001, 2002, I understood as a high schooler that all of a sudden somebody could just say, you're a terrorist, and they could put me away. They could literally just turn around and change who was a terrorist. The category of terrorist was elastic. It was capable of stretching to encompass any dissenting voices. Look at it, it's doing now. The reason that they say incite riot or terrorist activity or invasion is all because they are trying to put the language into the acts here. The war on terror, the war on drugs, the war on crime. And so we decided once again, well, you know what, to be safe, let's let everybody just look at our stuff. Fourth Amendment, we don't need that. But I'm not doing anything wrong. But I'm not an immigrant. But I'm not a criminal. And so they make you those things. What you don't understand about that, When you take away liberty from one, you take it away from everyone. Prove that you were born here in the United States right now. You have 15 minutes or I'm going to throw you in the back of this van. Can you do it? Well, if you can't do it and you resist this arrest, whether or not I present who I am or not or anything like that, nope, going to throw you in the back of a van. When you start talking to people like that in the reality that some people are facing right now, it's completely different. And this is where the war on immigration comes in. In the late 2000s and 2010s, immigration became the next domestic battleground. You notice they didn't do anything about it. You notice ICE and illegal border crossings and everything else still live in a gray area because they won't pass legislation to actually fix anything. They need gray areas to be able to intimidate people. But Secure Communities program, which enabled ICE to use local law enforcement data to identify deportable immigrants, was launched in 2008. Who was president at that time? It expanded nationally by 2013. By 2017, Trump's presidency brought the travel ban that targeted Muslims and the zero tolerance policy that separated thousands of families at the border and high-profile ICE raids in sanctuary cities. Deportations peaked under President Obama in 2012 with 409,849 removals. By 2018, 2019, over 69,000 migrant children were held in federal custody. That is the size of a small city of migrant children. Worksite raids increased, sometimes targeting hundreds of employees at once. By 2020, ICE arrests exceeded 143,000 annually. Immigrants, though protected under due process provisions, were effectively denied rights. Asylum seekers were forced to wait in Mexico or deported without hearings. Children were confined in detention centers with limited legal recourse. The Sixth Amendment right to counsel was absent in immigration courts, while the 14th Amendment equal protection guarantee was eroded by discriminatory enforcement. Non-citizens became subjects without legal standing, while citizens in immigrant communities experienced domination by association. The Republic ceased to guarantee equality before the law, replacing it with a regime of fear and arbitrariness. The war normalized militarized raids in American cities, setting the stage for the next escalation, which we are in right now. And that is war on citizens. The culmination of these domestic wars is the open, rhetorical, and practical targeting of American citizens. Oh, there's not open, rhetorical declaration of war. Did you not see the president's post? Open, rhetorical, and practical targeting of American citizens. Oh, were you there in LA or DC? Where supposedly no crime is committed in DC at all, including the 3 murders over the Labor Day weekend. There's no crime. We're going to spend $1 million a day making sure that we've got troops in the area. I agree with you, Hippie J. 9/11 changed a lot. Militarized policing, once rare, is now pervasive. SWAT team deployments rose from 3,000 annually in the 1980s, just 3,000 SWAT, to now over 60,000. 60,000 SWAT deployments by 2014. During the 2020 Black Lives Matter protests, more than 14,000 people were arrested nationwide, with federal agents in D.C. and Portland detaining protesters without clear charges. We've also got, let's see, your chat comes in. I'm sorry, reading some of these over here. Brandon says all these problems are solved by staying in Mexico instead of coming here. Yeah, I could see that. There's other problems over there. That's why internationally, anybody can go to any other country and seek asylum. The Geneva Convention, a few other international treaties put that together. Then it is up to that country to determine if you are supposed to be here or not. That's where due process comes in. But that's okay if you don't like the Constitution. That's on you if you don't like it. Reports of protesters held for days after ICE raids in the 2025 echo this practice. Federal force has been used in Los Angeles to suppress demonstrations, and of course, D.C. to clear Lafayette Square in 2020 for a presidential photo op. I don't know if you were here for that. They held up a Bible upside down. Obviously, the First Amendment is under siege. Freedom of assembly is chilled by arrests and surveillance, while journalists face harassment for covering the protests. And the 10th Amendment protections for state and local authority are disregarded when the federal government deploys troops uninvited. Civic equality is shattered when entire cities are treated as hostile populations. And I don't know how all of these problems can be solved by staying in Mexico instead of coming here when it is American citizens that are being arrested and taken away because of the way that they look or speak. The war on citizens represents the culmination of earlier wars. The tactics tested on marginalized communities of mass incarceration, indefinite detention, raids are now openly directed at entire urban populations. The National Guard in D.C. was setting up checkpoints. I don't understand how I can say the sentence that the President of the United States is sending troops into the cities to make sure that crime is not being committed under his administration. I don't understand how that does not sit right with you? How do you not hear that and go, wait a minute? Skinny, yeah, you're right, buddy. I'm here over at school. I guess at the end of the show, I'll prove it to you. The progression from war on drugs to the war on citizens reveal a clear, slippery slope. Each war normalized the practice that undermined rights. The war on drugs curtailed the Fourth Amendment protections and voting rights. The war on terror curtailed the First and Fourth Amendments and habeas corpus. The war on immigration curtailed due process and equal protection under the law. Here we go once again, the war on citizens curtail the First and 10th Amendment and even civic equality itself. The slope shows how rights once considered inviolable are steadily sacrificed. What began as selective repression of drug users and minority communities became the generalized suspicion of liberties under the rubric of security. I see you there, Hippie J, and it's not necessarily the 1930s. Look at Hungary, the way it is right now with Viktor Orban. Our vice president has said we need to do more things like Viktor Orban. We are only going to have a republic in the sense that all of the paperwork is there. This slope shows how rights are being taken away. By the time the president threatens war against cities like Chicago, D.C., and Los Angeles, the logic of internal war has fully consumed governance. The story from the war on drugs to the war on citizenry is one of cumulative erosion. Each stage deepened the normalization of arbitrary power. Surveillance, raids, detention, militarization, disenfranchisement. Each stage broadened the scope of who was targeted. Drug users, to Muslim communities, to immigrants, to now entire cities. Today, the Republic faces its most profound crisis, an executive willing to treat its own people as enemies. To describe this moment as strained misses the point. And the issue is that we continue to cheer it on. We look at the amendment and we look at the international community and we look at the treaties and we look at the way that America was founded. And then we look at the practices that we see right now and say, oh yeah, that's right. There is a reason why SCOTUS has stopped actually defending anything. It's because they can't. They can't defend suspension of the 14th Amendment. So they decide to get rid of universal injunctions. They can't suspend equal protection under the law or the Fourth Amendment being stripped away from you because of arbitrary skin color. They can't justify that. So once again, they just turn around and cancel out the lower court because they can't justify it. And so they put it on the shadow docket and they say, no, this court has found that that lower court made a mistake, but we're not going to explain how. We're just going to say, nope, you're stayed, it goes, let him do whatever he wants to do. I know we cannot seem to justify it. In fact, we're going to refuse to justify it. Just let him do what he wants to do. Congress is saying the same thing. Hippie J, I understand it, man. I absolutely understand it. But we have to stand up. We have to say these things out loud. And I'll tell you one of my favorite quotes of Jefferson. The tree of liberty must be watered from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. Hate to tell you this, Hippie J, the patriots got to bleed first. Oh, and just for skinny Colonel, here, I am wearing pants. Just to let you know, buddy. Thanks for being here with me. It was a fun time. Great to talk about things. Hope is not lost here in America. We can do it.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers.